Wearing like a black trench coat right now.
I used to wear all black stuff, all black hoodies and that all the time when I was into that type of music, because that's what the scene was like.
I'm goth.
It wasn't goth. It was because goth were rock, and rock's kind of softer, to be honest. You didn't have the makeup, but you did have all the masks. They wore a lot of like horror masks, Halloween masks when they were DJing and stuff like that.
Slipknot?
That kind of style, yeah. But it was, I mean, the music's actually harder than that stuff. But
You were a...
But it's yeah, but I used to wear all that black and that kind of stuff, man, and dark. But since like I got over my depression, I was like very much into like bright colors. So all my clothes now are like fucking turquoise and purple and yellow. Because I do a lot of miniature painting. I just really love colors now, man. Like big bold colors.
That sounds very familiar.
Why does it sound familiar? I was telling them how I was Dark Malice. You didn't play with me in Worm when I was Mysticore, did you?
I think I knew of you, but I didn't know you.
Yeah, so I didn't play with you until after I came back, and it was Dark Malice.
Correct.
Yeah. He was asking me where I got the Dark Malice name from. Plus, when your name's Mysticore, everyone calls you Mist, and then everyone assumes you're a girl. Which was another issue with being Mysticore. Which isn't surprising because I got the word Mysticore from She-Ra. So, it's not surprising that they think it's feminine. I was close to being Shadow Weaver because I had an alt account called Shadow Weaver as well. Which is also from She-Ra. Ask Laura why she's called Honeybell.
Well, why is she called Honeybell? Honeybell.
He made a song up for me called Honeybell.
No, that's not why you're called
Oh
Honeybell.
my god, that's adorable!
That's not why. Also, one, it's not a song, it's a composition. Two, that's not why you're called Honeybell. I made that after we called you Honeybell.
Oh, come on, that would have been a greater story.
She's called Honeybell because she was moaning that she did not have a nickname like everybody else had.
Okay, that didn't sound right, but she was moaning that she didn't have a Honeybell. Okay.
Because everyone else had an alias and she didn't, and she was like, I want a cool alias.
You guys have great stories for all yours. I'm just Blue Guy because I like that song on Blue Double D Double Day.
Oh my god.
Oh, I thought you just like Cad Bang because
Get out of here. I heard a good remix of that on the radio the other day when I went into the shop. And I was like...
In Massman.
Do you know what's really sad? Like, all the good, like, dance tunes, fucking, they're still getting played as, like, different remixes. Like, they haven't made anything original in, like 20 years.
Who Let the Dogs Out?
Oh god, no, none of that. You're American, you don't know what that is.
Did you see that documentary? Did you see that shit? They literally went through... Yeah, they literally went through, like, a history of how long the Who Let the Dogs Out has been. It's been, like, centuries. It goes way back. I'm like, what? So yeah, all they do is just keep remixing, and nothing original.
Yeah. There's a lot of like electronic dance technologies been made since then, but like when you hear, but over here when you hear on the radio, man, it's still the same shit from when we were around in the 90s to the early 2000s.
Changing the subject again, because I know that Glim likes horror movies. Did you watch Boogeyman yet?
I don't think it came out for me yet.
I like
here.
horror movies.
Did you watch Boogeyman? I watched that Infinity Pool at the weekend, and I've got to say it
Meh.
was just a bit meh. It was not good at all.
I tried
It
to tell you
was
this the other
weird.
day, but you weren't listening. Shy, I was taking the piss at you in chat the other day.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, it hasn't came out for me yet. You know, I don't go into, you know.
Is Infinity Pool the one where they tried to be really mind trippy, but they just missed the mark completely?
Yeah,
Yeah.
very much. It was absolutely awful. Even the ending, I was just like, oh, guys, you could have came up with like such a better ending for this.
We already talked about Rise of the Evil Dead, right?
I've watched Rise of the Evil Dead.
That
as
was pretty
well,
good.
yeah. It was actually pretty good.
Now, as a big Evil Dead fan, you keep in mind, guys, that's a low tier enemy. The Deadite.
I don't think I think I've watched like Evil Dead and stuff like that, but I'm not a massive fan.
But yeah, the thing that you saw in Rise of the Evil Dead, that's a low level demon. And it did all that in a matter of like a day. It's like, whoa.
I still want to know what was being said about me.
Huh?
What? No, you were saying it about her. Because I said I was going to get an AI version of Laura's voice, and you were like, "Oh, it's just going to be a robot going all the time."
Oh, thanks very much.
That's sisterhood for you.
Oh.
Indeed.
I can't help it. I'm American.
What does American have to do with it?
Shut up.
Have you seen Sisu? I don't know how to say that.
I have not watched it now.
Whew, man, you need to watch this.
I haven't watched
What is it called?
It's called Sisu.
It's a Danish film, isn't it?
Yeah, it's made by the guy who made John Wick.
I've not seen it. But
The guy
I
that
just
finds
go
gold.
on Amazon or Netflix or something, and then I just kind of go, right, what do I want to watch? That's like
Go on Amazon and watch Killer Piñata.
No.
Not seen that. Oh my
Please
goodness.
do.
Do it. I just gave Dark Mouse the cheat code. Trust me.
You sent me this before.
Yeah, it got a whole new like.
But it streams. I can't watch. If I was sitting on my computer, I could watch it, but I can't watch it on my TV in the room, which is why I don't stream stuff on those.
Yes, you can. What kind of TV you got?
What kind of fucking TV do you have? I think it's an LG.
It's an LG.
You can transfer your screen to that screen.
Yeah, I
you
can,
hook it
but I
up,
can't
right?
be fucked sitting out, man, because I'd have to look it through her computer, which is a piece of shit just now, and all that, and I can't be arsed.
You sound like it's like there's an engine to turn it on. You know.
Setting up the like the home network of Windows is just a pure pain in the arse, man. It's always fucking itself up. Because we had that
That's
before,
true.
and it was always just like messing up its permissions and shit. It was a pain in the arse. Well, it's a good thing it's Windows not here. That's what I'm saying.
So I take it you've been watching the new From season?
Yes.
Chrome.
From.
I've been sort of feeling a bit sort of like this isn't the best.
Have you guys seen the new Black Mirror episode?
Nah,
Not
I
yet.
haven't watched that in years, man.
Ooh.
I was getting
there's
pissed
new
off with
episodes.
From.
So was I.
They were just
did you
adding
know-
more questions and no answers and just adding more stuff. And it was like, what the fuck are you doing?
How do you know?
That's how I felt. I was watching it and I was just like, why?
How could you just not tell that from season 1?
Because
It was just like
oh, wait,
fucking
this.
lost, man.
Well, it's written by the same people that did Lost, so
Yeah.
no wonder.
Exactly. So like, why would you watch that?
exactly.
It's just string you along until it's going to get axed.
So what? Are they like Twin Peaks without the fun?
That's the twist. No one knows what's going on.
The twist
even
is
them.
You just,
the
have,
twist.
to, you
Yeah,
just have to pay attention. So
that
it's
is it.
like,
They
The
don't know what's
latest
going on.
episode was a little better.
They obviously
Yeah.
don't know how it's supposed to end or how to fill it in.
don't worry, they'll probably do that. Snow globe
It's all just a dream.
ending. Yep, it was all a dream.
Okay, so who had harm or stress or edge or whatever to get
I think the
restored?
better question is probably
I had
who
two, huh?
didn't.
I had 2 heat.
I had 2.
Hi, I'm twitchy. I'm at 4 edge again, and 3 heat. So that's fun.
I have a heat and 2 harm and all these damn credits I need to pay.
Okay, so I mean, 2 harm's not bad. You could probably go because when you get it restored, you get all of it restored. So you might want to wait until you've got like 4 or 5 before you pay for it, and then get it all done. But I mean, it's up to you.
Okay, but I have all this credits, so I'll wait till we get back to that.
Well, yeah, I mean, if you have 3 credits, sorry, 3 credits?
No, I have
6?
full.
Oh, yeah, full 6.
Yeah, same actually.
So when you have 6, you can either bank it and then you put 1 into your crypto vault or whatever I've called it in the sheet.
Done.
Yeah,
One in Crypto Vault.
and then that means you're 1/6 of the way to completing the game.
Yeah, I want to get rid of my heat because I've got 2 heat, so I want to get rid
You
of
sure you don't want to wait until you've got more heat before you get rid of it?
that. No, because I'd rather just get rid of it so that it's like there's no heat.
I would like to update my.
You can also get new augments if you have 3 credits.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do.
Yeah.
Okay, so who is
Well, let's start with Laura because she wants to get rid of her heat. So where are you going and who are you speaking to get remove your heat?
Probably use Swenny's guy. What was your guy called?
Is Boris.
Okay, Boris's guy.
He's going to pause. You don't have your own character, friend, contact you want to get in touch with for that?
No, I don't think there's.
You don't have a fellow shorty in the activist movement you could get in touch with that would help you with something like that?
I'll just make one up, will I? Ed. Ed. So, yeah.
Because you had Sam the Can already, so Ed is another guy.
Yes.
So Ed is a shorty. Is he a hacker? Like, what does he do?
He's a hacker.
And he's a shorty, and presumably he's an activist.
Yes.
And what does he look like, just generally?
He's quite gruff.
He's got a beard.
Yes.
Alright, so he's basically a dwarf.
Practically.
Okay, so you call up Ed. Is he kind of wealthy or what?
Yeah, he's got money. He's just very casual.
Okay, so you help Ed, and he answers in his typical kind of gruff voice where he always sounds like he's sort of in a mood with you. What do you want?
I need to get this removed. I've got some heat to remove.
What kind of heat? Who's giving you trouble?
Some other politicals.
Oh, those beanstalk bastards. I saw one of them the other day down at the store. Laughing at me, he was. As he towered over me. And can you believe it? He reached right over the top of me to grab something off the top shelf. Like he was taunting me. Miserable bastard.
Yeah, they are. They all are.
Yeah, just send me your creds over and I'll get that sorted for you.
Thank
Colin.
you. Thank you kindly.
No problem. Don't let those bastards get you down.
I won't.
Did Tia have anything she was trying to recover? Or is she good?
She has 4 heat to get rid of.
Right. Okay, so who do you want to go to remove this heat? Assuming you're at the face, you're probably going to know tons and tons of useful people for things.
Hammy. I don't know why Hammy.
Okay, so who is Hammy? What do they do?
Hammy is a hacker. Like a hardcore hacker, and he's a great big fat guy.
Fat hardcore hacker. Is he like a black hat type?
Yeah. He's like a mob guy.
Okay, he's got mob connections.
Yes.
Mobby mob.
The old school mafia mob or another ethnicity?
Kinda, yeah. Kind of new school mafia. I mean, he's connected to like old school mafia guys, but he's into like utilizing more tech and less muscle.
Yeah, but they're still kind of got their roots in the old Sicilian Italian mafia
Yeah.
type organization. Okay.
Yeah.
And he's called Hammy.
Yeah, we call him Hammy. Because he looks like a ham.
Sure, his avatar is probably just a leg of ham. Okay, so you hit him up on your voice dial, cyberspace connection, and you can see this virtualized ham, which is just his avatar. And you can see all these little strings of connections, messages going back and forth from it.
Hammy!
Okay, Tia, I'm kind of busy just now. What's up?
I got a little heat on me. I could use your help.
Okay, you're going to stop dipping your fingers in so many pies, though.
You know me.
Because, right, give me a second when he does some, like, typing, and you can feel him, like, accessing the surface profiles of your accounts and stuff in cyberspace as he kind of, like, just touches over them. And you know his reach is probably going deeper than that, even though you can't really detect it. But holy shit, you've got... Well, your name has been bandied about a lot of places.
What can I say? I get around. Ha ha ha.
Oh, okay, I mean, I can paper over this just now, but you need to watch your back. Like, somebody's really got it in for you.
Thanks, man.
2 creds and then I'll wipe your heat.
Got it.
Alex, have you got anything?
I have Edge, and I need to go to a mechanic
Okay,
for repair.
so who's your go-to repair guy?
Alpha soft customer support.
Okay, so he works for AlphaSoft customer support.
1 second. I gotta put my other dog outside. They're trying to fight.
Okay, Swindle, we can do yours then.
Yeah, I've got like 3 heat, but that's fine. But I've got like 4 edge, so and I use my cyberware a lot, so I need to clear that immediately.
Okay, so you're going back to see meats and get stabilizers.
Yeah, and I guess I do still own the 1 cred from last time.
I was trying to get a picture for this guy, but I've got such a clear image in my head of what he looks like that I cannot find an image that fits it, man. I'm thinking
What
kind of like,
about
you remember Dr. Nefario from the film with the minions?
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
him, but lots of, but
With
more,
the mechandrize, yeah.
yeah, mechandrites and a little more kind of 40k looking, and then one big bionicle eye that's this bright orange light.
For sure. Like I see it as well, but yeah, no, I suffer from the same thing. Have a clear image in your head, and you can't find the right image.
I couldn't find anything even approximating that. It was quite annoying.
Yeah, and you're not an artist, so you can't like draw it yourself or some
Yeah.
shit. Like it's fucking
fuck.
cursed.
I meant to go and listen to the last season to get the name of the assistant, but I completely forgotten. I'm going to call her Claire for now. I keep changing it. Maybe he calls her a
Maybe
different
she-
name every time you go there.
Maybe.
Okay, yeah, you're just going to show up there. He isn't actually there when you go there. It's just Claire, and she is just like playing video games in AR behind the desk, with her feet up on top of a bucket of ice. And she just gives you, you know, that lazy look over when you come in. Oh, you're still here. Well, I guess the doc will be pleased. You can finish paying him.
Yeah. I also need to schedule another dose.
She just points over to like a overstuffed drawer in a desk at the side of the room, and it's just covered in clutter. She just like points over there, kind of waves the hand over lazily. She goes, "In there, top drawer. Just take what you need and leave the money."
I will search the drawers of the desk, not just the top one, but all of them.
Yeah, there's a vast array of multicolored vials and syringes in these, and many of them, you know, state on the labeling how they're supposed to be stored, and they're just like shoved into these drawers with like bits of foam and bubble wrap. They're not at the right temperature or anything, but like they're supposed to be. Many of them say like, you know, keep them upright and things like that, and they're just like shoved into this drawer.
Just cluttered.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think that Boris would recognize what stabilizers look like, and
Yeah, I mean,
hopefully
you can see one that's kind of the colour of the thing he gave you last time, and then right beside it, you can see ones that you know are proper stabilizers.
oh jeez, yeah, no, fuck it. If I'm jabbing myself, I'll grab the more high quality ones with fewer side effects.
Yeah, while you're kind of rummaging around there and you're, you know, holding up to the light to make sure you got the right one, all the rest of it, she does shout over to you. She's like, "You haven't had any bleeding, have you?"
Hey, am I supposed to?
No. Well, I mean, the doc said if you weren't bleeding out your ass, then you're probably fine.
Well, alrighty then. I haven't been bleeding, so I'll just hope and pray that I'm all right.
Yeah, you might want to keep an eye on that.
I definitely will now.
Goes, "Oh, could you do me a favor?" And she like takes her leg off the bucket of ice and just kicks over in your direction. It slides across the floor, which is all wet from having been recently mopped. Could you chuck that outside for me? Just on your way out. Thanks. She like,
Yeah,
continues with the game.
Boris will just squint very much, and then jab himself with the stabilizer first. The priorities.
Yeah, you pick up. It's literally just like a metal bucket filled with ice.
Yeah, I'll deposit the 1 credit I owe, and I'll deposit 1 credit towards using this stabilizer, and then I very much contemplate not paying the second credit for just a second, just to be spiteful. But I do in fact leave behind 3 credits to pay off my debt and pay for this one. And then, yeah, Boris will take the bucket of ice on his way out.
When you lift it, it feels a lot heavier than you were expecting at first.
Yeah, what the fuck is in this thing?
Oh, just garbage. There's a dumpster out front. You can just chuck it in there. Leave the bucket beside it, though.
Okay, Boris is very, very suspicious, but we'll do this.
Yeah, you go tip it out into the dumpster, all the ice falls out, and it's not full of ice at all. The bottom of it is just this briny, bloody water with this decapitated head in it.
Oh, thank God, I thought it was going to be a bomb or something. That's the thing.
It is just missing its face.
Did they just see Willem's old face out there?
If you looked in the dumpster, you might, yeah. But you don't want to look in that dumpster, it's foul.
Yeah, no. Boris sees the decapitated head, goes, "Oh, okay, that's normal, that's expected," and then just leaves the bucket where he's supposed to. He does give a quick, spiteful little kick and just knocks it over, but it's still by the dumpster, and then leaves.
Yeah, and as soon as you step away, there's just a flurry of rats. Just come up the side of the dumpster to see what newest treat has been left in there.
Eat up my comrades.
So, blue guy, what did you have you wanted to get rid of?
I've got to get rid of edge and harm.
Okay, so you're going to the one-stop shop for both of those,
Yeah.
since you're a robot. Okay, so AlphaSoft customer support. There's a guy there who takes backhanders for sort of off-catalog services. What's his name? Or do you even know his name? Is he just service guy?
He's just a loyal employee. Does he have a employee number?
That's exactly what I was going to type out there. He is M002246.
Hello, M00246. I am here to schedule maintenance. Just take off all the organic bits.
Sure. So AlphaSoft customers, they it's a very expensive interior for the customer service center, but it's been located in a really cheap, rundown part of town because they don't want to spend a lot of money on customer service. And it's just a vast, old factory building, just stuffed with people to answer phones and stuff like that, and do small repairs on electronics and stuff. I know one of the back entrances, this is where you go around to meet him. You don't need to use my code every time we speak, you know. Right, what's wrong with you this time? What's all these burn marks on your skin?
I set off a bomb. Or I was the bomb. Such strange philosophical questions.
He's already got his welding glasses on and putting on rubber gloves, and he's like, very interesting. Okay, lie down here. Is that in your face?
Oh yes, do you like it? Small talk engaged.
No, it's hideous. He's cutting off your burnt skin, getting ready to plaster on you synthetic skin.
Well, I thank you. Your face is quite unpleasing as well.
Yeah, you really shouldn't use real faces for that. Those things will decay.
That explains the smell. And the looks.
Yeah, let me just seal that, and he picks up a can of varnish, spray varnish, and just sprays it over your face. Right, that'll seal it and stop it decaying quite so fast.
Has the company sent out my medical license yet?
We've been over this before. Nobody is going to claim ownership of you. I shouldn't even be communicating with you. I don't know who's made you, but you certainly shouldn't be roaming around the streets like this, setting off goddamn bombs and ripping people's faces off. You've got creds, right? He stops.
Of course. Credit exchange initiated. I'll just send over 4 credits.
Okay, great. Do you need new nanites?
Yes, the overwhelming urge to kill has grown.
Yeah, they'll do that. And he takes his big orange tube and just sticks it in where your backside would be if you're human.
Do you require anyone murdered?
Yeah, I wish, he says, and he looks at his watch display and the AR around him. Right, I'll be back in a couple of minutes and that should be cleaned out. He takes a cigarette out of his pocket and dabs it in the pack and walks out the room, leaving you there as your system is flushed through with fresh nanites, and the old polluted nanite fuel is kind of just sucked out of you. You can see you're surrounded by an array of like disused droids and robots that have just been like unscrewed and depowered and like left here in the storeroom. I guess to you it almost kind of looks like a Chainsaw Massacre kind of house with just bits and pieces of people everywhere.
Can I prepare any of them? Do I have enough movement right now?
Not really, no.
Oh, darn.
I mean, you could inquire and like buy one off them, but I mean, you would just be taking as part of your loader or something. Yeah, you come back in after a few minutes and say, right, are we done? Flicks the cigarette into the side, kicks over a disused droid, and then starts unscrewing the tube from your back. Alright, run a diagnostics for me and see how we are.
Running diagnostic. Beep.
Beep.
Just out of interest, where have you been setting off bombs?
Warehouse district address 1439
Right, okay, just
North something street.
Just keep it out of Sector 8, would you? I've got family there.
Sector 8. I'm just looking on my internal map.
Yeah, you can see it's a kind of medium income corporate territory.
Just zone in on where his house is, just somehow knowing where it is. AlphaSoft employee apartments are protected under warranty.
Okay, yeah, good. Just don't set off anything there. And if you're going to be murdering people in the back streets, you know, leave it a few days before you come around.
Oh. That would have been good to know. When I leave, I just walk out to a car. There's definitely not a dead body in the back seat and the trunk and the front seat.
Yeah. Okay, we're good to go. It's just like patching the shoulder.
He didn't just hijack a car and kill everyone inside. Just come here.
Yeah.
Family of 3.
Alright.
Okay, is everyone taken care of?
I still have all this credits, but okay.
Okay, yeah, so what do you want to spend yours on?
I'm gonna spend mine on some reflexes.
Okay.
1. No, wait, I'm gonna add up to 2. Because I already had one in 1. So how many is that?
3 creds? No, 6 creds, sorry. 6 creds to get an augment.
And that's all my credits.
So
So
you're
I
up to
have reflex.
reflexes 2, yeah.
I have reflexes like a cat.
Sure, I mean, you can just go to the SMK store or wherever it was you went to get your augments originally, and you just get them upgraded.
Yeah.
It's like an afternoon's work. You will take 1 harm from them adding, chopping, and slicing you.
Oh, great. Now I need to fix my harm. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, so with that, that all takes course over, you know, the next day or so. You're kind of maybe half listening to the news, waiting to hear about the imminent nuclear explosion from all this material that's floating around in the black market, apparently. But nothing seems to come of it. There are reports of a minor explosion out in the shitlands, which has been attributed to the unstable reactor out there. But there's really not much news about it at all. And the following fallout cloud that goes over the city is at such a high level in the atmosphere, it doesn't immediately affect anyone. Or at least according to news reports, weather reports. Some of the cannier folks in the city are probably wearing radiation masks when they're out and about for the next few days. But you will all receive a call from Fox at some point over the next couple of days, and he's kind of annoyed. It's hard to tell. He doesn't really have expression in his face, and his voice is obviously robotic and doesn't really carry that kind of tone either. But he's going to express, you know, you guys really did a number back there. I want to keep things professional between us, and I'm not going to, you know, turn you in or anything like that, but I'm going to have to sever our business ties for the time being, because it's not good business to be lending out runners that don't complete jobs.
I thought we completed the job.
Well, your employer doesn't seem to think you completed your job. They're very displeased that you didn't bring back the chip and secure the personnel you were sent to bring back.
To be fair, the chip might still be there. It's just that it will have changed form.
It was destroyed.
It was destroyed, yes.
Well, you can't ever really destroy anything in the universe. It just changes form.
That's deep.
Good save. Good save. Good save.
Well, we're maybe until this heat dies down a little bit. I'm afraid we're going to have to end our relationship, or at least put it on hold, shall we say, for time. So I'm sorry I can't give you any more jobs just now. I'm sure you know, be able to find someone else who'll be willing to put you up for a while.
Idinachli.
But hey, I've got your numbers, and you know, if things pick up again, I'll be sure to give you a call.
And we'll be sure to contact other runners.
So the person whose contact you do have now is Lorena, the person that you shot in the back.
Oops.
But she did say she would get you jobs. And Mr. Anderson up here on the screen is the blonde guy that hired you for that last job. So, I mean, you spent your money. These will probably want more creds.
For sure.
Yes.
Okay, so does Tia want to call Lorena since she's the talkie character?
I will call Lorena.
Damn, people calling me already?
You did say you might have some work for us.
Well, yeah, but I thought you'd give me a few days till I got my back stitched up at least.
I'm sorry, do you not have an adequate healthcare professional?
Oh yeah, I've got a whole board of them on standby. Top dollar stuff out here in the fucking wastelands.
Well, surely you've got some business that needs taken care of while you're laid up.
Well, yeah, I mean, we are a few hands short now because of circumstances.
Yeah, circumstances.
Yeah, alright, so I'll get in touch with Thomas, then I'll set up a meeting with you guys. So she gives you an address which is just outside the city in the wastelands to the south. It's little more than like a shanty town, really. It used to be like a kind of gas station waypoint outside the city, but it's just a medium-sized kind of shanty town now. And that's where she's arranged for you guys to meet Thomas.
Right, I know this guy, he's slimy, so watch your back.
Got it.
Slimy as in personality, or slimy because he's a mutant?
Probably both.
And what's wrong with mutants?
I just
Many
give
things.
I just stare at the
Really?
robot.
Interesting.
He's just wearing a monk robe for some reason. Don't ask about it.
A monk robe?
Yeah.
He has a slimy personality.
that once we get our cash.
So yeah, the Wastelands is never really a pleasant place to be around. You're always going to want to have a rebreather, gas mask or something on, because the toxins that are kicked up every time something goes by the dust can be heavily cancerous, carcinogenic.
Yuck.
But of course, there are people who make their living out here, generally because they're not allowed anywhere else. And like I said, the place is, you know, it used to be a kind of like way station, so like an old gas station. You can see the old fast food joints and things like that. And these have all been converted into just like large shanty homes. You can see like trailers and things like that kind of clamped onto the side of them, extensions built onto them, canvas and stuff laid over to give them like protection from the wind and the dust. There's a lot of like old air filters and aircon units that have been adapted to filter out the toxins in the air, or the majority of it, for people living inside. And the old supermarket car park has been converted into like a large open air marketplace where all kinds of like black market goods have been sold. But the location you guys have been given is this little red, almost like a townhouse building at the end of the shanty town, and you've been told this is where Thomas kind of operates from. There's a couple of very clearly mutant guys with kind of like dark green skin, bulging biceps. They're obviously hulked up on all kinds of steroids and stuff, and they've got some very crude like augments. One of them has like a very large mechanical looking claw of a hand. Another one seems to have adaptions on his like knees and thighs. It's all like exposed circuitry, and you know you can actually hear it clanking and grinding when they move because it's so cheap and under maintenance. And you guys are going to pull up in whichever vehicle it is that you've taken out there.
Would it be too out there to say that I printed a new lotto?
No, that sounds fine.
Yeah.
It's a terrible vehicle to be coming out here with.
Absolutely, but it's the one I'm picking.
It's not adapted at all for anything off-road, and the roads here are basically off-road dirt tracks with bits of tarmac asphalt to break it up and make it uneven.
I threatened a taxi driver to take me out here. He said he couldn't go this far, but bullets are very incentivizing.
Especially after they've already been used on him.
Yeah.
And you just hand puppy his body. Well, the good thing about Wasteland is that kind of thing is easily overlooked.
Yeah, I just get out of a car, and then a body just falls out of the car right after me.
You'll probably hear like the Russian hard bass music before you actually see the lotto pull up.
I don't have any on hand to play, unfortunately.
God dang it, dude! I played a Russian hacker. You need hard bass.
But I'll get some for next time.
What happened to that bot you had that played music?
Oh, they all keep getting fucking discontinued and shit, man.
Ah, that sucks.
And they keep...
Translation, they don't like dark.
No, it's not that. They keep... because of YouTube changed their thing, they keep like not linking to YouTube and stuff like that.
Isn't there one
No,
for
I think
or something?
yeah, Roll20 has one. Well, yeah, you knew that.
Yeah, Google 20 is one that's not a bot. Like Discord does bots, so it'll just like play links.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, you guys show up. The rest is just going to show up whatever vehicle you choose to show up in, and you're going to be outside this building with these big hulking guards outside of it. There's also a very neat, pristine-looking white flag with like a triangular emblem inside a circle. And you might, some of you, because you're involved in activism and stuff, might notice that this is the flag that's been adapted by a lot of Wastelanders as like their quote-unquote home nation.
You said it's a white flag?
Yeah, it's a white flag, and it's got like a triangular building inside a circle, which is supposed to represent like a sun, and the triangle is supposed to represent a pyramid or an archaeology kind of building.
What kind of surrendering is this?
But yes, normally it's supposed to be, you know, the convergence of the Wastelanders being represented and united as like one nation thing to try and push for more rights and access to basic supplies and stuff like that. But they haven't been very successful in that political campaign. But that flag is flying over this building. Everything else around here is like scrubby and grubby and broken looking. When this body flops out of Executioner's taxi, you know, 3 kids kind of run over and start looting the body for stuff. And after a while, an old man will come by with a cart and he'll like scoop up the body itself and take it away.
Would anyone like to buy this taxi?
What?
I am selling a taxi for... What is it they use in the wasteland for money?
Bottle caps.
Bread. Bottle cap.
Bottle caps and organs.
Yes, I will buy all of your organs.
Why do you need organs?
I don't. I just don't want you to have them.
See?
But I don't... Okay, never mind. Before I say something, I'll regret.
We'll take the bottle caps if you have that too.
And the door of this little townhouse opens up, and this guy steps out, and he's got a kind of expensive looking sort of blue, almost colonial era kind of outfit blazer. But it's all kind of like some of the stitching's torn and the like patches sewn onto it, so it's like it's been attempted to make it look sort of cheaper and older and shabbier than it actually is. But yes, he pops out and he gives you guys, flashes this smile with these like horrible yellow looking teeth.
Is he a mutant?
He doesn't look like a human at first glance now. Spreads out his arms and he's like, "Ha! Visitors! Welcome! Welcome to our little town."
Hello.
As then he like catches sight of Tia among you, and the expression in his face changes immediately. From this wide, flashy smile to this sort of straight-faced grimace.
I take it we're not welcome.
Oh. You're
I'm just
here.
Sneer at him.
Well, I suppose we have business then. He turns around on a heel and marches back inside. Yells back without even turning around. Come, come.
Just pat our face on the shoulder and
Yep.
pray.
Face before the grunts.
That was the most pleasant exchange I've had with a mutant so far.
You
You
can,
literally work with one.
you can
Yes,
feel...
but
like,
yes, but they keep trying to talk to me.
as you just walk past the guards, you can feel the breathing from the two of them. Although that might partly be down to like augments in their respiratory system to help them filter out the toxins.
When I pass one, I'm like, yeah, lay off the organs, buddy. I can smell it on your breath.
There's just a and he's like vents gas out the side of his throat.
Thank you.
Yes, you enter into this building and definitely someone has spent some money maintaining this place, if not outfitting it completely recently. The furniture is quite nice looking, the upholstery and everything looks quite new and well kept. There's a almost sparkly new air conditioning unit on the wall, and you can see there's like active air filters sweeping around the edges of the ceiling, and like actively scrubbing the air as it reaches the ceiling. And it feels nice and cool, and you can actually feel the freshness of the oxygen in here compared to outside. And as you step inside, the front doors just like slide over shut. But the man heads to the far end of what looks to be, it almost looks like a church, the way it's laid out. You know, the couches and stuff are laid out like pews. And there's like a raised dais at the end, and there's like a large table with some chairs on it. And the man gets behind the large wooden table and sits down in a very fancy looking luxury chair. He leans back in the chair and puts his feet up on the desk with these leather boots. So, I heard you guys shot Lorena in the back. not really changed your ways, have you, Tia?
As if you should talk.
I'm quite sure I don't know what you mean.
Living awfully opulent here for someone who's supposed to be helping people. How much did you spend on this that could have gone to help people?
I can show you this is all perfectly above board. It's been done by donations and donors. It is important when we're receiving ambassadors and such from the city that we make a good impression and we show them that we are professionals out here and not just animals living in the dirt. But I wouldn't expect someone like you to understand how these things work. So,
I'll show you animals. You just start to lunge for him.
No, I stopped.
Oh! Forever!
Do you have any snacks first before you fight?
I just whispered, listen, creds before blood.
do you guys like grab her and like restrain her?
Fine, fine. Get on with it then.
My,
Save me.
that temper of yours just hasn't cooled at all, has it? So, I'm told that you're needing money. It just so happens that I do have a job in hand, that I can afford some payment. Of course, as you can see looking around, we don't have much to spare, but it's in for a good cause. I'm sure, Tia, you can appreciate helping people who are out here in the wastelands.
You can practically hear her teeth grinding.
Yes, so as it happens, there is a project currently being undertaken by AlphaSoft. And the data for this has been kept in the regional data center in the city. Quite simply, I need someone to break in and steal it and remove all evidence of its existence.
Great, a B&E.
What exactly kind of data are we after?
Well, it's listed under a project named Genesis. And the details of it are, I'm sure you don't need to know too much about what it's intended for, but the gist of it is that they're looking for excuses to clamp down on people who are living out here in the wastelands and remove people from their homes. And the results of this survey is engineered to support that argument. If we could just make it so that this report never happened, it would go a great way towards helping the people who live out here.
I look at the face. Yeah, this guy's slimy. I'm not even being
How
sarcastic.
much?
I'm not even being sarcastic.
Well, like I said, resources are, stretched thin out here.
Whose servers is this data on?
AlphaSoft?
Right, so it's a Corpo server.
Yeah. But yes, resources are stretched thin out here. We could spare maybe 2 creds a head for your services. It's a very simple job.
A simple job against a corpo, stealing probably top secret information.
Well, of course, if you come across anything else that's valuable while you're in there, you're more than welcome to help yourself to it.
Stealing top
We can
secret
Do
information
that
from
without you.
a corporate that specializes in cyberspace applications and artificial intelligence.
Yes, well, if you don't want the money, I'm sure we can find someone else to do the job.
Yeah, you
Is-
do that. We need more money, and you know it. Stop lowballing us.
Okay, Tia, give
Good
me your role.
Here we go.
I was gonna say, cause like 2 credits. I mean, that's a lot, but like, I don't know about simple job.
Is it two dice?
Are you using your pheromones?
I'm gonna use my pheromones.
Okay, so 2 dice plus your pheromones.
Oops.
That's your 2 dice there, which failed. Then roll your pheromone dice. Which is a full success. he is visibly annoyed, but you know, you get the impression that as much as he's trying to bluff here, he really needs someone to do this job like now, and there's no one else to hand. So begrudgingly, he says, "Fine, I can spare 3 creds ahead."
Nice.
And
That
I
sounds
think we can
much
do
more
it for
reasonable.
3.
sorry.
I think we can do it for 3. What do you guys think?
Mhm.
This payment
Certainly
seems,
sounds much more reasonable.
this payment seems acceptable from one of your means. Just points around to the room.
Takes his feet off the desk and is like, "Yes, well, I'm sure the orphans don't really need presents this Christmas."
I can give them a present if you would like.
No, you don't.
Present.
Yes, it's a clock. It makes a very nice ticking noise until it opens.
Hold on to that present. I have an idea for that.
Yes, if you could just... I would very much enjoy a copy of this report before you destroy the evidence. Just as a proof that you actually came across it in the first place. Sort of a security, you understand.
Certainly easy to do, I think. The getting in and erasing will be harder, but downloading and making a copy certainly won't.
So what's supposed to be in this report?
Oh,
He's
it's,
not gonna tell
study?
us.
it's largely environmental surveys, population measures, and as such.
Uh-huh.
Measures of toxins in the atmosphere and the groundwater. It's all very damning and pessimistic about people's opportunities out here.
Well, until a week ago, toxin levels were dropping by 2% a year.
Yes, and now they're spiking mysteriously.
Yes, quite mysteriously. By about 10% a day. Amazing. It wouldn't have anything to do with the giant explosion.
Well, from what I'm hearing, it was quite a preventable explosion, but circumstances are what they are.
So are we done here?
Yes, stupid dinner.
You twat.
Well, Tia, pleasant as always to see you, and perhaps we'll meet again.
Indeed, the pleasure's all yours.
You can leave a copy of the report with my guards outside once you've retrieved it.
Mm-hmm.
Once we've retrieved it, yeah.
Very well, all the best then. I have a busy day ahead, meetings and schedules and such.
All right.
As we get out to leave, I quite like you. One day I will decorate my wall with your skull, and I'll just leave.
That's the nicest thing he's ever said to anybody. Good day.
Of course, Tia just has a good chuckle at that.
Yeah, when you come outside, there is like a crowd of like teenagers and kids like fighting over the taxi vehicle that's left there. You can already see a handful of them have got the hood up and they're pulling the engine out.
Oh, you little shits, get away from there.
At least it's not my Lada.
Yeah, the ladder is completely untouched. Nobody's gone near that thing. People are like leaving pennies on its roof because they feel sorry for you.
Ooh, pocket change.
But pennies are useless. They have no
Yep.
value.
Yeah. Absolutely.
They're just a decorative token.
You could sell them to a collector.
They probably could.
Except they're all like toxic and radioactive.
Oh my god.
For sure. No, they just don't understand the superior Russian engineering.
He says as he like starts winding up the front of the engine.
Yep, just give me a second. Hold on. Warm
Wait,
up
do you
the
like
engine.
do you just straight up have like a hand crank you gotta roll, you
Yeah.
gotta warm up the car?
You guys get inside and there's like pedals beneath every seat.
Probably, yeah.
100% renewable energy.
I also said this is Russian engineering, even though it probably like the whole car came out of a fucking 3D printer. It is as cheap can be.
Yes, I'm assuming you're not going to want to hang around the wasteland too long.
Oh yeah, for sure. Gotta plan this heist.
The exposure limits mean you're not supposed to be out there too long.
And I just feel the urge to kill rising the longer we're there.
Okay, yeah, so what do you want to do for gathering intel ahead of actually doing anything?
Exactly need. I'm asking the group.
Do we have any corpo contacts? None of us are corpo, are we?
No.
Corpo
Quite a few of us
adjacent?
are activists.
So you could still have a corporal contact, but because you're not corporal, you would not have as many dice.
I know someone from AlphaSoft.
Oh yeah, I guess you do. Actually, on that note, I mean, it's not technically a contact, but the guy that I have beef with, does he work for AlphaSoft or a different corp?
The last you heard, he was working for SMK.
Okay. Probably double
Oh wait,
check
no,
to make
we
sure
do
that's
have.
stuff.
Hang on, I think we do have them for AlphaSoft actually.
Oh,
That's my guy who works for AlphaSoft. The guy who doesn't like Willem, or Willem doesn't like Willem because Willem stole his face.
No, it's Vadim, isn't it?
Yeah, Vadim.
Give me a second.
No, my guy should be like a cyber security specialist now because he sold his soul to the corp.
Yes, your nemesis works for AlphaSoft.
Fuck. Well, as if the job wasn't already bad enough, now I have to fight my old nemesis. Which may or
Alright.
may not be its own reward if I win.
So both the people who don't like us work for the same company.
I mean, it's a big corpo.
Still curious.
Yeah, so you two are unlikely to have a useful contact in there
I could call the customer support guy who,
who works in customer support.
yeah,
Would Willem have like any components that are from AlphaSoft and he has to call customer service to get information or something?
most of my components are from AlphaSoft.
You wouldn't happen to have proprietary information about AlphaSoft at all? Like their cybersecurity passwords?
You don't have access to that information. Your clearance isn't high enough.
I mean, I can
Suddenly
get
I'm
clearance. Trying not to like immediately hack. Oh jeez. Yeah, trying not to immediately hack the executioner. But...
Oh, I think I got disconnected.
Uh-oh.
What about Sci-Fi or Mole? Do either of you maybe have a corporate contact in AlphaSoft or someone to
No,
do
not
with
that
like
I'm aware of.
software in there?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, so
Sadly, no.
Sorry, my sound died for a second.
Can you hear us now?
Yeah, mine. Yeah,
uh,
mine kind of does that too.
so I mean, I think out of all of you, Tia being the face is probably the most likely one to have a contact then, since the rest of you just don't really have it in your background. Being the face, you may have a corporate contact or someone who knows someone. And being the face, you're going to be better at talking to people to get info anyway.
Yeah, if anything, my best bet would be a deep dive, but that's it.
Could I give her the phone number to the actual Willem? Because I imagine he's the person who would call if they find a killer robot.
Not sure if that's what you want to reveal right at this point, but
Just give her the phone number for a person who looks exactly like Executioner.
Am I gonna like call and say what? I think I know of where this killer robot is.
I mean, if you want to take your human conversation tips from a killer robot, sure. But perhaps you can maybe think of something that's a little more approachable.
Well, I was thinking I could get in touch with a contact who might know somebody that could get us some access.
Okay, so who do you know that's in contact with corpos?
Glenn.
Sorry about that.
Jessie, who is she's like a low-level hustler, but trying to think like what she would do that might give her access to. Let's just say she's just like a low-level drug dealer, and she deals to like corpo employees.
Okay, so she maybe, although she's like a street dealer, maybe her clientele are a little higher grade.
Yeah.
Execs and stuff like that, man.
Yeah, she's got like a reputation for being discreet, so she's got quite a broad clientele.
All right, sure. Yeah, so you can give Jessie a call. Or you'd probably, like, being a dealer, you'd probably just, like, leave her a coded message. So then she'll get back to you, like, you know, with what you need and where to meet her and things like that.
Yeah, I'll just send her a message saying, some kind of a coded message saying that we need a contact.
Okay, I'm going to roll Jessie's dice then. Yeah, it's only a few minutes and she gives you a ring back. She's like, hey Tia, I got your message. So you're looking to get in touch with someone in AlphaSoft?
Yeah, we're looking for a contact, maybe a way in. You know, as we do.
Yeah, I mean, I got a lot of regulars from over that end of the town. I can certainly put you in touch with someone who has a bit of a sniff problem. He's kind of a twitchy character, inherited wealth.
Maybe someone who's not super crazy about their job, you know.
I think this guy's pretty happy with his job, but you know, the only reason he's in there is because of who he's related to. So,
Gotcha.
You know, he's not very good at his job, and he's, you know, liable to kind of let the tongue do the talking.
Oof, we could really do with some discretion. But if he's in a cushy position, I take it he's got a little bit of wiggle room.
Oh yeah, I mean he's a total douche. I mean you should be able to run rings around him. He's really not the cleverest.
Ah, sounds like our kind of guy. You're a star.
Yeah, so this guy's name is Hinata. I think his family's Japanese or something, or maybe they just like Japanese. He doesn't look Japanese. Anyway, yeah, I could get you in touch with him. I've got his number right here. How do you want me to set you guys up? I mean, are you looking for a date or something?
Yeah, I want to hook him up with a friend. Does he like short people?
Yeah, I actually think he has a thing for short gals.
Oh, I was hoping he likes short guys.
Hole in the Mole is not gay.
Oh, come on, Colin. Everyone's a little bit gay.
No, it's definitely girls that he likes, unfortunately.
Colin, do you have a wig?
No.
Do you have a sister?
Yes.
Of his sister.
Is she short too?
I mean, I'm not gay, but 3 credits is 3 credits.
Mouse up, mouse. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, we'll talk to him. How does he feel about gills? Maybe he's not the fussy type.
Well, I've really not got into him in that kind of area, but you know, I'm sure you could ask. He's a bit of a degenerate, I would say, probably.
Just tell him that there's some new stuff on the market that we'd like to talk to him about.
Sure. Do you want to maybe like slip me some creds for giving you this in?
I'll send a cred her way.
Sure, no problem. That way we can just, you know, keep it between us. Just open this PDF. Okay, so I mean that gives you like a point of entry. This corporal guy.
Heck yeah.
Do you want
Who's
to
not
do?
the sharpest tool in the drawer?
Yeah. Do you want to do like a matrix dive search thing for information as well?
Yeah. Probably ought to for the best.
So yeah, just tell me what kind of thing you're looking for, and then give me a roll with your dice.
I guess I'm trying to essentially probe the defenses, or like, well, okay, maybe not even probe the defenses, but like, sort of scope out the cyberspace
Uh-huh.
and kind of like try to get a feel for like, you know, what kind of security programs they have installed, and also see if like maybe I can figure out, you know, schedules and stuff like that. I definitely want to get as comprehensive of a
Maybe
of
you
a
could-
view of like all their security, and then try to once I have that down, try to find where and how to get to this Project Genesis program report or whatever.
maybe see what kind of security clearance that Hinata guy has.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Because maybe we could, you know,
Okay, so
talk him out of it.
site/cyberspace security. Just general information about the location, and then Hinata's a little bit about him and his clearance and stuff.
Yeah, and see if there's like any information, like any hint, like, you know, if it's a top secret program, see if like how I might be able to find and
Right.
access it. But
Okay. Yeah, so you're luxury as well, so yours is like high level equipment you've got and stuff. Okay, yeah, just give me your dice roll for whatever you're using. If you're going to go submerge deep dive, then you'll get an extra dice and be unconscious.
yeah, for sure. I will of course use my my cyberware.
Yeah.
The security protocols and all that shit. Yeah, just I'm not gonna take any unnecessary risks by like immediately trying to brute force a firewall. I just want to see what I
No.
can get away with.
You'd have to be on the job for that kind of stuff anyway. This is just
for sure.
preliminary sort of investigation.
Okay, so let's see, 3 plus 2 dice, right? Because my cyberware is 3.
3, 1 for your roll. Did I mess up? Do you get 1 for default? What have I said on the sheet here?
I thought you said I had 1 for a deep dive.
Oh, sorry, yeah, you
Last
get 1
time.
for deep dive anyway, yeah.
Okay.
Yes, you're right. 5.
Okay, so just 5 dice. Okay.
Yeah. Ooh, that's a crit. Okay.
Do I get edge, or is that first 6 still all right? Or cancels that
Well,
out?
you take the crit, which means you're using the edge 6.
Oh, okay, so I do. Boop. Okay, there we go.
Because you want the crit rather than just normal 6, right? Okay, so the actual cyberspace for its, a top tier guarded level corporation security site. So anything you're doing in there, like cyberspace wise, you're going to be at a disadvantage. You're going to be like a dice down mechanically. They're going to be using search, trace and track sort of programs, but once they've locked onto you, or they think you've gone too far into the system and that they're comfortable with, they can launch black ices against you, which can inflict like lethal damage.
Fuck.
You would definitely need to be like on site to minimize, risk and to actually get in through the exterior firewalls, which are their tougher firewalls. Because obviously that's where they put most of their frontline cyberspace defenses to stop people just remotely getting in. And to get any sort of like, if it is actually like a secret project, something that they want to hide, it's going to be deep, several layers down within their defenses. So you're going to have to like get in there and you're going to have to spend some time digging down to find it, while, either staying hidden or fighting things off.
Yeah, for sure. So I'm probably gonna have to be like in the server room, subconscious.
Yeah, the closer you can get there physically to where it's been stored, the easier it will be for you in cyberspace, because the less exposure you have to, less levels you have to cut yourself through.
For sure. And Hinata's clearance.
Hinata is surprisingly high level. He's sort of like mid-high level. He's not like top exec, which suggests that he's never been allowed a position where he actually gets a lot of influence to do things because he's an idiot or just isn't very good at his job. But he's high enough that, they're pushing up as high as he can go just through like nepotism. And looking at his like family tree, you can see his father, who's now retired, was a very high level executive, and he's got cousins and stuff that are doing well in other regions. So he's about as high up as you can go without any real talent or skill.
Okay.
So he could definitely be able to get you in grounds, and potentially into some sensitive areas that would be useful.
Okay, well, there's definitely one easy shortcut at least.
And as for the physical location, it is a data center downtown corporal area. So there's lots of like physical guards and security measures, cameras and such.
Yeah, and even if we bypass all that, if the cops are called, that's like probably seconds of reaction.
You probably want like a good getaway plan.
Fuck.
I would say probably the final part of sort of investigation before the job you could do is for sci-fi, because you're an infiltrator. If you wanted to do like sneaking around, spying on people and that kind of thing.
I wanted to ask the group, would that be okay, or should I wait until...
I mean, as long as you don't get caught, it should be alright. I mean, worst case scenario, you get caught in a place you shouldn't be, but,
I mean, for the investigation part, you're
thrown in jail.
Yeah, I mean, for the investigation part, you're probably not like, pushing your luck trying to get in. You're just like scoping out all the different entrances and exits and passageways and escape routes that you might want to involve or make use of.
All right, yeah, I'll do that.
Can I join that?
You could help him with using a drone, yeah.
Yeah.
So you want to go along with sci-fi? As sci-fi. So sci-fi, if it's downtown, you know, it's quite commercial and busy, and there's lots of corporate businesses and stuff down here. What's your kind of like approach to like sneak around and spy things out?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so just give me a description of what kind of thing you'd be doing then, and what you'd be looking for.
Well, since you were talking about like vehicles, I mean, did you? I'm gonna probably look for like, you know, you guys are talking about like getaway plans and stuff. Is there like any vehicles or outlets?
Like exits and
Okay,
Yeah.
entrances.
so like places.
I'm gonna be looking for exits, maybe a vehicle or something, or
Okay, so you're focusing on kind of like escape routes and places where you can
Yeah.
leave getaway vehicles and things like that. Okay. And Colin, what are you kind of looking for with your drones?
Yeah, just like practically the same, just looking for like escape exits, you know.
So you're not looking for entrances, you're looking for exits.
Well, actually, no. Actually, I'll look for entrances. That seems to be the logical thing. So, yeah.
Right, okay. So both of you are going to have 1 dice for what you do, and then you're going to add extra dice for any augments that you want to use.
so a decent what?
So,
Eh.
can I use control rig for that one and
Yes,
noodle?
Yes, you can add your, well, not both, you can choose one of them, and you add that many
Okay.
dice to the other dice that you have for being the take. For sci-fi, you've got 1 dice
Okay.
because you're
Do I get
infiltrator.
extra dice for having, you know, a drone?
Not at this point, not for the investigation one,
Oh,
because you don't have your loader
right.
yet.
Okay.
And then sci-fi,
Okay.
whichever cyberware you want to use to help you infiltrate as well, you can also roll those dice.
Oh, yeah, my sin skin, because if I
Probably
go
good.
in,
Yeah, use your disguise stuff, that's probably a good one. So just however many marks you've got in that, roll that many dice.
Okay, I rolled 2. Got a 6.
Yeah, I'll just wait for sci-fis.
I have 1 in sin skin, so roll 2.
Well, just 1 more dice, because you've already rolled 1.
4.
Okay, so still 4, okay. Okay, so you're not going to take any edge. Colin, you will take 1 edge.
Okay.
Oh, I can't because my sin skin's my mutation.
Oh, right, that's right, yeah. Okay, yeah, I guess you're fine then, because you're not going to be provoking anything here. You probably get, you know, some security guards coming up you and pushing you around and saying, look, you're not allowed to be here. You're not allowed to hang around this car park. You're not clearance or whatever. But it doesn't escalate into like a full-out brawl or anything like that. They're just going to push you around a bit and make sure you know that you're not allowed to be there.
What happens to my drone?
Well, I'll do sci-fi first. So, sci-fi, you're going to be able to find, there's a number of like car parks, and some of them are like several stories tall, but they also have like basement ones, and that would probably be the best place to put a getaway vehicle where it's not going to be like seen from the outdoors level, and it would also stop like overhead drones and stuff scouting it as well. The only thing is it does run a small risk because there is some security associated with those areas, although it is much lighter than like the main buildings. There's also the waste system, but that's quite complex and a lot of it's not made for humans to really travel through, so that would be a very difficult, toxic environment that you could also make use of to escape if you really, really needed to get out.
I don't want to trudge through shit.
Yeah. I called Tia. Is that your character's name?
Yep.
Tia, about our employer. How much do you hate this guy?
He's a twat. He's definitely skimming money that's being donated to help people in the wasteland. I mean, you saw his place. There's no way that that's all legit.
Alright, when we're done with this, I'm going to talk to you more. Because it seems that he seems like a cancer in the wasteland, which doesn't make any sense, but yes. Hold on to that. I have an idea for him.
So for the mole, you take out, you've got like swarms of like little rotor drones that you're sending everywhere to spy around, get a good aerial view of the area. You can see that there's like a lot of skylights. There's a lot of like large fans and air vents on the roof of the data center, presumably to help keep the place cool from the heat of all the servers. Which, could be dangerous to enter into, but if he's timed it right, that could be a really good way to quickly get into the deep inside the data center, into the ventilation system. You'll see there's also the staff entrances, there's a delivery entrance. These are all quite heavily guarded by drones and guards. There's a lot of cameras and motion sensors and stuff like that. And on the floors of the building which are above ground, there's lots of windows. They're not the type of windows you can really open, but if you had the right gear, you could definitely like crack your way or cut your way through the glass quite easily. Although you would be very exposed when you do so.
Okay, guys. Ventilation. Going through that way, or we can use my blades to cut the windows. Up to yourselves.
So now that you have all your kind of information at hand, you can choose a rough idea of the type of plan you're going to use to get into this place, and then the access point. So you can have assault, which is just frontal assault basically. Deception, when you're using trickery or manipulation to get your way in. Stealth, when you're just trying to sneak in unseen. Social, where you're bargaining, negotiating, persuading someone in order to get in somewhere. Or
Do we have to pick one?
Yes, you pick one, and it's just the general gist of the plan.
See at the front door, right?
Uh-huh.
See the guards?
Yes.
Are they robots or are they people?
At what point does the person stop becoming a person and becoming a robot?
Literally the
checking
question of
because-
cyberpunk.
I was just checking in case, like, Tina could use our pheromones.
They look as if they were like base human, but they are heavily augmented people.
Does pheromones still work with heavily augmented people?
They perhaps could, unless they've been fitted with like respiratory filters, which would filter it out.
Yeah. Too big of a risk.
But that just depends.
Yeah.
Obviously,
Am I going in with everyone else, or am I staying outside in case you need a distraction?
It might be best if you come in with us just in case things go wrong. That way you can kind of help be our muscle.
Yeah, that would be helpful.
Because, if something goes wrong with the hack and I'm in there, I'm unconscious and I'm dealing with cyber demons, basically, that might kill me. So I need you to protect my flesh suit.
Which parts?
All of it.
All of them, preferably.
Okay. If anything else fails, I'll recover your brain and leave.
That does not bring me any comfort, but okay.
I pasted the different plan approaches in the Discord there, so you can just see what they're summarized as.
It's okay. We have the technology. We can rebuild you.
Alright, so assault's out the question because we're not all like super famous for that. I mean, we got good talkers, right?
Yeah, we got Tia, and we have our in with Hinata. I mean, he's I of course share all the information I've got, so it's like he's got a decent enough access, access that he can potentially get us to where I might need to go. But Project Genesis sounds top secret, so I need to be deep in the bowels, probably, of whatever server bank there is, and I need to, I need to deep dive.
So you're saying transport, because that's the only thing I see.
Well, if you're using Hinata, it would be social because you're going through him to get in.
Yeah. And as long as everything else goes all right, it should be as easy as like walking out with the fancy passes that Hinata might give us. So the alternatives would be like how Mole found with the vents, or cutting in, which would probably be more of like a stealth sort of deal. No matter whatever approach we have will give us a big it comes with a set amount of risk. It's just a matter of like, what do we think is the least risky and has the highest chance of success.
I think if we crawl through the ventilators, that might be a good idea.
Wait, stealth?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. I'm all about stealth too, but I'm all about hiding in plain sight.
I mean, you could do that probably, somehow trick the guards into thinking that it's, the danger's over there when it's really not, or something.
Ooh.
Like,
What's the robot's
job...
name?
Oh, Executioner.
Oh, Executioner. Do you still have that present?
I have a lot of presents.
The one that goes boom.
Could you still not do the whole... Oh, I get where you're coming at. As in, he could make a sort of thing happen outside the building, and then everyone has to be evacuated. And that thing?
I could.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could tell everybody I'm evacuating the building or something.
Ooh.
Or have Hinata do that, maybe?
Or have Hinata do that, yeah. I could maybe sweet talk him
Yeah.
into it.
Do you need a bomb to tell people there's a bomb?
I mean,
Damage to Alpha Soft properties is not allowed under my contract. Or warranty.
We're literally breaking and entering
Against his prime
and
directive.
hacking.
Guards count as a property, so I can't hurt them either.
So
anything about hurting them.
doing
So
a
you are fucking useless this mission.
doing like a big distraction
Well-
thing would be deception.
I think having a big distraction thing, just outside, and then pretending that we're like the police or something, and we're like, everyone needs to evacuate.
I mean, maybe.
I mean, okay, so we're down to stealth and deception. Okay.
I love he's got contact and then you're like, now I don't need them.
It's okay though. If I just happen to leave a bomb here and don't see you put it by the building, I can't do anything to stop you from blowing up the building.
Same thing about blowing up the building. I was just saying do it outside.
I feel like Executioner needs to like not get paid as much, and we'll just take the rest.
No boom today. Boom tomorrow.
Okay. I'll just set the timer to go off for tomorrow and just leave it in the car.
Jesus, fuck.
I'll let you guys
Jesus.
talk for another couple of minutes. I'm going to feed this cat.
Fair enough. Okay, so
Okay, so,
we need to pick just like one key aspect of the plan and have that be our approach. So like either we're talking our way in, we're sneaking our way in, we're fighting our way in, or we're like lying our way in.
Let's work on Hinata. Let me try to persuade him.
Yeah, why
Okay.
don't we have one group go in with our face, and then another group sneak in with sci-fi.
They said, Dark said only pick one.
We are picking
Yeah.
one. It's just we're still going with that as our main. It's just a main plan. It doesn't
Yeah.
have to be
Oh.
entire what we're doing.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
This is just how we
This-
start the mission.
exactly. Like, and then whatever, depending on our approach, and then what we got with like the gathering info, that influences the roll that Dark makes to see where along the plan things go wrong, and
Go
that's
wrong,
when it's
yeah.
gonna be at. Yeah, but that's literally what it is.
Yeah, so why don't we have one group go in with your character's called Tia.
Yes.
We'll have one group going with you to get the access from what's his name, while Glim sneaks in with
Basically,
Boris
we
to get
we
the
go
data.
in to sort of quote unquote open the door in a way
Mhm.
to like give you guys access to go in another way, like a
Yeah.
sneaky way.
Maybe.
Yeah.
And that way, at the very least, like, if everything goes according to plan and nothing fucks up, nothing goes wrong, we simply walk in, walk out, no problems.
So,
But but if things go wrong, at the very least, maybe we can use Hinata as, a potential fodder, bullet shield, hold up
Wow.
for ransom to get us out, hostage. That's what I mean.
Hostage.
Yeah, because he's connected by family, and nepotism is the only reason why he's got this position. So at the very least,
what's the gist of it then?
I think we're going social as our approach. I think we've agreed on that.
Yeah, that's gonna be our main approach.
Yeah.
Main approach, okay.
Tia and someone else is gonna go, butter up Hinata.
Grease the wheels.
Yeah.
Are you using him
Hopefully-
to sneak you in, or is there another element to it?
We're gonna get the access information from him to help sci-fi sneak Boris to the terminals to steal the information.
So probably sci-fi, Boris, and Mo probably doing all that to kind of use the information.
Well, I'm
to get
just-
in.
Yeah, and I'll just be the muscle for Tia.
You're going along, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'll
Alright.
just sweet talk him if I can into I guess giving us some access.
Yeah, or at the very least, like, snap pictures of passwords that he might have
Yeah.
laying around. I mean, if he's as dumb as they say, he's probably got a sticky note with all the codes.
I have an idea. Yeah.
His
Yeah.
password is just his first name.
It's just password 123.
That's too long. You can't count that high.
Probably.
I'm,
69.
yeah, I'm looking at the advantages and disadvantages going on with how this is laid out. I think these are more or less breaking even with the roll, but because
Oh,
it's
shit.
because you did a lot of recon beforehand, I think you're going to be up one. So you can decide. Well, Tia should probably do it because she's going to be leading
Yeah.
with this guy. So you're going to be rolling 2 dice for me, Tia.
Oh, God.
You see
Here we go.
how the situation is when things start hitting the fan. Well, that's very good.
I don't know if you heard us, Dark, but were we correct in assuming, like, that's how this sort of works? We pick, like, an association, and depending on we pick an approach, and depending on which approach we pick, and then the amount of recon we did, that influences this roll, right?
Yes, and also, the type of target. Is the target stronger or weaker against this type of approach? Things like that. You weigh up the
Okay,
advantages and disadvantages of it, and they'll give you a total. Against the one dice you begin with as well. So, like it being a big corp, that would take you down 1, for example.
Right on.
Right. So that's
Okay,
good.
but hey, we got a 6, so that's good. Hopefully.
And which loadouts is everyone taking?
Oh, I gotta go heavy.
Medium.
Me 3. I'm gonna need all the knives.
I have to think about this for just a moment.
Yeah, no worries.
Well, since I don't want to look suspicious, I'll probably just go with medium.
Damn rare.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean,
yeah,
you don't really
I'm gonna
need a
go
whole
with medium. I'm gonna go with medium as well.
I forget. Do I get like a custom program type of deal? I forget.
Yes, that's one of your advantage things. Every mission you get like a custom program for free.
That's right. Okay.
I have a lip.
completely forgot about that.
Can I have something that picks locks, or just
Yeah, I mean, as you need it, Glenn, you can just declare what parts of your loadout are what.
Right, I'm gonna need like a dozen throwing knives and a pick.
Yeah, I mean, just when you need it, you just mark that off in your loadout.
Mhm.
And if it's something that's like legal or is maybe a stretch to say you would have brought, this compact rocket launcher with you, for instance, then you would do like a flashback and you would roll to see how well you managed to pull off obtaining that item prior to the actual mission.
Wait, so I check the loadouts or just one?
Yeah, you just take
No,
you just check off the loadout as you're declaring things when you need them, but you don't need to declare it until you're actually using it.
Yeah, you only declare basically how many slots you have for
It's
loadout.
Schrodinger's toolset.
Yeah.
So what? We just have everything and nothing all at once.
Yeah,
Mhm.
literally.
It's a great movie, but yeah.
Okay, so you're all medium except for the hacker who's going in heavy, so the hacker is more noticeable.
Yeah, I gotta bring all my computer shit, programs.
So you're in a controlled position when the action starts. Okay, so Tia, your approach is you're hitting up this Hinata guy through your contact
Yes.
on the premise that you're going to hook him up with a friend of yours. Is that what you want to go with?
Yeah, and that like I have access to new party drugs and stuff. Since he seems to be that kind of dude.
Sure. She's going to get you both together, probably in an apartment that she says is hers, but is one that she rents out just for these kind of meetings. He's going to show up, he's got a full business suit. He doesn't look very Japanese at all. He's like quite pale skinned, his hair's a bit kind of reddish and frizzy looking. He's a little bit on the plump side. And he has that kind of... He's not nervous at all, he's full of a lot of confidence as he walks into the room. And he's like, going, doing the little gun fingers and all that kind of shit.
He's 80s guy.
Yeah, he's very, very douchey.
Hey.
Do I register that as a firearm?
But yeah, he comes in the room with the two and he's like, hey ladies, what's going on? I heard you got some good shit this time.
I don't know if you'd be able to handle this stuff. You seem a bit soft.
Soft, listen, girlfriend, you need to see me at the weekends. I can go for days, non-stop. I'm in the office Monday right through to Friday and I'm on it all the time.
Oh my god, what do you do? You work at AlphaSoft?
Yeah, I do.
Oh my god. I love them.
Yeah, they're one of the premier corporations in town.
I'm guessing you're like a low-level employee though, like a receptionist.
No, don't insult me. No. Look at with a suit like this. Are you kidding me? Do you know how much these threads cost?
For all I know, you got that at the thrift shop.
No, hey, look. Let's do a few lines up here. I'll take you out for a drive in my car. And I did not pick up that car in a thrift shop.
I don't believe that you actually work at AlphaSoft. I'm gonna need proof of this.
What kind of proof do you need?
I don't know. How about a tour?
Well, let's do a few
Well,
lines. Let's
I'm
really
sorry,
think about it.
You probably don't really have access. That's okay. It's okay. I totally understand if you can't do a tour.
Well, no, hey, I got access. I can go anywhere I want. But it's just, I can't just be bringing in
I know.
strange girls anywhere.
I know. Oh, we're strange now. Is that it? Okay. Yeah. I think we're done. I'll just take my stuff to somebody else. Somebody who really works at AlphaSoft.
He looks over at Jesse and he's like, I thought you said she'd be cool. Jesse's just like, Tia.
I'm not the one.
Jesse's just like, Tia,
I'm
don't be
not
such
the
a
one
bitch.
pretending important to be important.
I'm not pretending. Like, look, okay, right. Grab that bag. We'll just get it on the go, okay? Jesse, here's your cash. And he like flicks it over an AR. Right, come on. We're going for a drive. I'll show you what I mean.
All right.
Talking shit about me, but you had no idea who I am, who my family is. He's getting down to the bottom of the stairs, and he's got this big flashy sports car that's like it's like slick black, but it's covered in all these like slim LED neon lines going all around the edges of it. It's kind of Lamborghini looking. But, huh? See what I'm talking about?
I mean, okay, you've got some money, but that doesn't really mean you have power. Maybe you're just, family money.
Oh, you like powerful men, do you? Right, come on, I'll show you a thing or two. Hop in. And he like gets in the car. He starts like doing a line on the dashboard as he gets in.
I'll obviously jump in the car with him.
So he like offers it over to you.
Not yet. I have to see this important role that you have before I get high.
She's fish Christ with girls these days. And he's like, does the other line himself. It's like, whoa! And like hits the horn. It starts up the engine, which is a false sound because it's an electric vehicle. It's like, all right, buckle in.
Like a fan moving up.
Yeah, and then he's like, okay, buckle in, and he hits the thing, and it just like takes off, instant acceleration. He drives like a maniac, and he's like jeering and honking, and he's like shouting and yelling at people out the window as he goes. And he takes you like proper downtown to where all these AlphaSoft buildings and corporate buildings are. You can see them just like stacked either side of the highway as you're going down. Okay, you want to see power? I'll show you power. Watch this. And he like pulls up to the AlphaSoft data center out front. And he just yells, says, "Oh, you!" and just starts whistling at the guard. And the guard comes over and tries to be professional and businesslike and ask him who he is. And then he gets really indignant. He's like, "What do you mean, who I am? Look at my face." And the guy like scans his face and it's like, "I'm going to have your job Monday morning."
Tia, like, she kind of puts on like a slightly impressed look. Like, no, okay.
The guy lets you into the perimeter of the building. And he starts just like going around he's driving a lot more slower and carefully now that he's in the car park with all these other very expensive looking cars. So what's your plan here once he's got you like close in?
I just want to kind of dare him to let me see his
Get you as far in
computer,
as
I
you
guess.
can.
Yeah.
Okay, where's the rest of you while this is happening? Are you just like at a position waiting to just like jump in through the nearest entrance?
Yes.
Probably. I mean, imagine that, like, we're probably seeing everything that he is doing, like, through like an eyepiece or whatever, just trying to like monitor and scan for potential access points and things like that, but just waiting to get deeper in.
As part of my loadout, I have brought a spy camera, like audio, so that they can see what I'm seeing.
Sure, just like on your pin or something like that.
Yeah.
Sure. Where are the rest of you planning to make your point of ingress? Like once it's a go.
Probably like a basement, whichever way gets us like that. I found was like gets us like as deep as we can in the shortest distance possible.
Are you going to use the data that she gets to go in through like the staff door, delivery door, the air vents, the sewage system? Like, where's your point of entry?
Air vents, probably.
Air vents, yeah. I was going to say that too.
Okay, so when she gets the data, you're going to go in through the air vents and then use that access to get deeper in.
Yeah,
I feel like, why don't we put like a drone through the air vent?
I mean, you can do that if you need to, but we can see like.
So I was just
guess,
thinking, like, if we have a drone for the air vent, then it means that, we can find out where we're going as well, so that we're not just going in these air vents and then going, oh, there's a dead end. Oh, people can see us through like.
Well,
Well,
I mean-
I'm guessing we already have the layout of the building, so we know
Yeah.
where we're going.
Yeah, unless someone fucks
It's
up a
just-
dice roll, you're not going to run into a dead end.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
just
so you
like
just think this.
it's like a matter of unlocking things and making sure
Yeah.
you guys can actually get in.
Yeah, so this guy gets you
Okay.
into the car park, he's driving around, and he's kind of ready to go at that point, because you get the feeling that he's, although he's very confident and cocky and all the rest of it, he's aware that, he is not the top dog once he gets into this territory. But you're like egging him on to just show him more, and that's kind of like, he's already, and he's high as well, so he's like jacked up and ready to just fucking, be overly confident
Yeah,
and
he's-
go too far. And, yeah.
He's like strutting and like
Yeah, and you're like egging him on, so those kind of things before he's like, that's okay. So the next step after you've got in the car park is he pulls into like his exclusive executive spot that you can park in, which is maybe like up in the second row nearest, because he's not quite the highest. So he's like in the second row, is up next to the building.
I was just thinking about, like, could we have not, like, is there not an electric supply nearby that, like, we could turn off the power and then they'd probably all evacuate and then we can turn the power back on again?
Well, the problem with that is that's very obvious and draws a lot of attention and could
Oh, okay.
potentially bring the
and
authorities. We are downtown.
I would
Okay.
assume
Under the
that
bed.
a data center is definitely going to have some kind of backup.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, probably just restrict that to more like shutting down power to like a locked door or something like that.
So he's got you in the car park, pulls up the vehicle, and he's like, he puts out another line on the dashboard, and he like sits back with his arms across the back of the chairs facing you. He's like, so what do you want to do now?
So I reach into my top and like pull out a little like little stim pack thing. Do you have an office we could party in? Or do you just have like a desk at the front?
There's definitely a hesitation with him when he's like, oh, that office is kind of like, that's getting really risky for him.
I mean, it's no problem. I can take this and go. I mean, it's probably
No, it's
get,
cool.
like
Hey,
10
let's-
credits.
No, hey, it's a weekend, there's no one in. It's my office, we could do what I want, right? Let's just do a little line before we go, huh? There's another line on the dashboard. Hand you the little pipe for you to take a snort.
Achoo! Oh God, I hate when that happens.
Just you're wasting it all, and he like gets his finger and starts rubbing it on his gums.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry.
Right. Oh, right. Okay. Let's get inside. Come on. Let's go. Gets in the car, and he's like walking really fast ahead of you. He's like sweating. His face is all getting red at this point. You can see him like grinding his teeth a bit as he approaches his door, and the guards immediately like stop you guys, and he starts flashing his ID up at them. They're scanning his wrist, and he gets into quite an agitated, heated argument with the guards for a good 30 seconds or so before they relent, and he says, come on, it's fine, and you walk past the guards into the building.
Yeah, and I'm like acting like I'm getting into it now. Like I'm impressed and I'm strutting alongside him.
You see that, huh? You see that, huh? I can go anywhere I want.
Not
with
bad,
anyone I
not
want. Right, yes. Office, okay. And he's like chewing his cheek and shit like that while he's like looking around. Blinking his eyes like really hard. It's like, yeah, elevator, come on. Oh, screw the elevator, let's take the stairs. Leaps around the corner onto the stairway and starts like practically running up the stairs.
She's like barely keeping up with him.
But yeah, I mean, he's got about 8 floors or so, He's like really sweating under his shirt, and he takes like his suit jacket off, undoes his tie. It's like, oh, it's freaking hot in here. He's going to the office layer, and there's only a few offices here. There's maybe like 5 or 6, and his is the second one from the end. There's one other person working in one of the other offices that you can see, but he just completely ignores him and walks past him and goes up to his one. And it's this big, very plush executive kind of suite. It's not got a great view, but it is like a glass front that you can see like into the city. It's like, hey, what do you think, huh?
Not bad, not bad. I start just, scanning things, looking around.
At this point, he gets out of the powder and he like does another like line on the table.
So what is it you do here all day?
What? Oh, business stuff, meetings, negotiations, brokering deals, that kind of shit. But tell me a little bit about yourself. What'd you do? He like starts getting himself. He starts getting himself comfortable on the table.
I just help Jess out now and then. You know how girls are.
Yeah, she didn't tell me an awful lot about you. Weren't you supposed to have a friend or something?
Unfortunately, she couldn't make it. She didn't really think you were worth her time, to be honest.
Stupid bitch. But hey, it just does that. Party for 2. Oh, you want a drink? And he like goes over to the cabinet side, swipes back, and the wall comes back, and it's just like massive drinks cabinet. So all these ornate glasses and bottles. You need to try this.
I'll have a drink.
So yeah, you need to try this sake. It's my father's favorite. I think it's like little sake glasses. Pours out a couple of shots each. He does himself a shot while he's pouring them.
So, so this view, and she's like pointing out the windows. What's that building over there? And like while he's turned away, she dumps like a hallucinogen in his drink.
Hallucinogen. Okay.
Yeah, I've got hallucinogen.
Okay. Yeah, you just get like a little powder pack and you just like knock a little bit into his drink. Yeah, he starts like spouting bullshit. It's clear that he really doesn't have a clue what is going on here, what other people are doing. He starts like telling off stories about some of his co-workers that are like friends that he went to high school and university with. And how much money they make and the kind of clubs they go to. And very sort of jockey, loutish sort of shenanigans that they get up to.
So, show me what it is you do here all day. This doesn't look very complicated.
Oh,
just press some buttons all day?
Well, no, it's a lot more than that. It's interpersonal relationships, getting to know people, and you've got to talk the talk. It felt very complicated, technical, diplomatic kind of stuff, But I'll give you look. I'll show you. Like swipes across his desk, and you can see this massive array of stats and surveys and live analysis that's going on through all this data that's been channeled through the building, various projects and such. And he starts talking about a deal that they're brokering with some foreign dignitaries at the moment about some new software licensing agreement to cover the region.
All right, so you just deal with like numbers and stuff. You don't have like any control over the building or staff or anything like that.
Oh, well, I've got a secretary and an assistant, but the building? No, they were a building manager for that kind of shit.
Like really, really warm in here. Do you have like air conditioning?
Oh yeah, there is. It should be on. It is really hot in here. But maybe we could just take some of our clothes off, though. Eh?
Not so fast.
You're gonna give the poor guy a heart attack.
Wait, what is this control here? Is this like it's something about ventilation? Is that it? That's definitely it, right?
I don't think he's going to have the ventilation control in his office.
It'll be he will. He may not know it.
No,
It'll be like the HVAC stuff or something.
no, I think that'd be a stretch to say he would have that in his office. That'd be access from his panel.
How about
What if, like, while he was, showing off and what he does, like, did he type in, like, his employee passwords and accounts?
I'm
user-
definitely
or
over
like
his
that?
shoulder.
Oh yeah, I mean he's not going to type it in, but when he swipes it across, there's like a flash under the skin on his wrist, just below the palm, where it's obviously like reading his biometric code, allowing him to like open it up.
So, could I, while he's jacked out of his mind, could I sedate him and do a little minor surgery?
Oh boy.
Well, you picked hallucinogen, so he will start hallucinating, and just like
Well,
really tripping
Yeah,
out.
I'll
Yeah,
just
just ask
tell
him.
him. Yeah, just ask him. Can I have that?
Yeah, so while he's like showing stuff and talking stuff, he's like, he kind of
Just
stops.
tripping balls.
Yeah, he just like loses his train of thought, and he's like just staring at all the flashing lights and meters and dials and stuff, and he's like,
Oh, that is so pretty there on your arm. Can I have that?
"What? Huh? My arm?" And he just like holds out his arm for you. He's like, "These lights, man, I've never really looked at them before, you know."
That must be uncomfortable having those there.
No, dude. I mean, we should get some music on. Yeah, that'd be good, really, really well. And he starts playing this really horrible, cheesy Russian hard bass music.
Oh God, I've heard this. I've heard this song.
He's like nodding his head along as he goes, and it's like, yeah, yeah. And he's like waving his arm around in the midst of the AR displays and manipulating it and kind of distorting it as he does so, but he's just like fascinated with like the trails and the lights.
How the fuck do I get this off him?
I don't know, maybe use some of your loadout. Maybe have like a scanner that you can send me the codes to it, or like one of those like credit card scam things
a
where like you
bioreader or
scan.
something.
Yeah, or
Clone,
something.
like a cloning thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, just do something that reads it, yeah.
Some kind of a spoofer.
Does he have a letter open on his desk?
Okay, so I'm definitely going to say that something like that would be illegal. So you take a heat, mark off in your
Yeah.
loadout, and then when he gives you a wrist, you can just like scan his wrist with this thing, and it gets bonus what he needs.
Yeah, I'm like I'm like dancing with him, and I just like scan it while we're dancing.
Yeah.
Potential bonus. We also have access to his credit card, so.
Yeah, we've got like his whole life on this thing.
All right. Well, yeah. At the very least, yeah. Once she sends that over, that's just about everything we need. Once we're inside.
So you guys are all.
Hopefully.
You guys have already managed to like get your way into position on the roof, or above the roof, depending on how you're planning to go in here, where these massive fans are just like churning around. Not at super high speed, but you know, definitely enough to cause you some damage if you were to get caught in the turbine blades. And you know, there's like several sets of those going down through the chamber as it goes into the building. So you got the code. What do you do?
All right. Mole, see if you can, like, we don't want to shut them off completely because that might trip an alarm, but like, if you could either slow it down for just a few seconds, just long enough for us to get past and get down in. That'll help us out a lot.
Can't hear you, Laura.
Yeah,
Say again?
I can I'm reconfiguring it.
Okay, so beside the massive fans on the roof, they will have like panels beside them for maintenance and such, so they can be like turned off, slowed down, or just like, generally like accessed from this point. So yeah,
Okay,
so you can give
yeah.
me a roll. So you'll have 1 dice for being techie. If you want to pull a tool out of your loadout, that'll give you another dice, and then you've got your cyberware.
Yeah, I am. I'll get the cyberware. That's fine.
Okay, so which cyberware are
2
you
dice.
using? Using the neuro one?
Yeah.
Okay, so however many dice that is plus your other 1, and then another 1 if you're pulling from your loadout.
No, I picked 2.
Okay, roll 2 dice. Yeah, that's very easy for you to do. It's like a universal key to access the panel and to get in there, and then once it's in, it's very rudimentary circuitry that you're just rerouting. So you're just lowering like or increasing the resistance so the thing slows down without completely stopping, but it slows down to a pace where like you could comfortably just like, stand on the thing and you wouldn't fall off of it. Yeah.
All right, let's slip in as far as we can go until the next obstacle.
I'll just jump in.
Going into.
Clearing access point. I'll just jump in and look around to see if there's any hostiles.
XX, you want to roll 2 dice. We'll see what position you're in when things start to happen.
Oh, fuck.
Well, that's not good.
It's gonna be fine.
Yeah, one by one,
Drops down and there's like 50 guns pointed at him instantly.
One by one, you kind of like slip down through this air vent. No alarms seem to be going off. You get down to the second and the third fans, and you're able to slip through them without any kind of harm. You land in, which is like a hub junction for all the different ventilation shafts going out throughout the building. They all kind of come here and shoot the hot air up. You can see there's a temperature gauge at the side, and because the fan up is slowed, presumably it's not pulling the air out fast enough, and you can see the temperature slowly rising. And just as you guys get to the bottom of this shaft, you can see it passes what looks to be some sort of like marker threshold, and the digits turn red. And immediately, Boris, you can hear that some sort of security alarm has been triggered.
Alright, I don't suppose there's any way we could fix that and hurry up and turn the fans back up to full.
I mean, it's already been triggered, so someone's going to arrive anyway.
So we need to GTFO and get as close to the servers as possible. Hopefully they don't check the server room.
Have we encountered any robots or anything like that at this point?
Well, finally you see it, because as that starts happening, a panel opens in the side of the chamber, and on a rail, a little oval-shaped kind of drone comes rolling out and starts to scan the area of the chamber that you guys are in.
Okay, I've threw out a drone to say everything is okay.
I mean, you've got your control rig. You don't have to throw a drone every time you do that. When you did it with the drone, it was just to give you an extra dice.
Yeah, but it's not best to get the extra dice.
Well, it didn't actually give you an extra dice, sorry. It was because the wireless was jammed that time.
Okay.
So I mean, you could just do it with your cyber if you want. I mean, you don't have to. You can use the drone if you want.
I'll just use the drone.
Okay, so this is the micro drone, the one loadout thing again, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's 2 dice. Yeah, you'll take a heat because obviously the alarm has been raised. You send out your little drone just as the thing's starting to scan you all, and your drone gets into circuitry and just it successfully disables it. You will take 1 heat. Sci-Fi, did you want to do something?
Yeah, I mean, I was still following. I mean, do I encounter that stuff too, or? Ugh.
Yeah, you're all in this like one chamber where you've gone into the building, and there's all these different vents going off in different directions, as well as one security door that you can go through.
Well, the security door, does that seem safe?
Well, that would be the door that staff, maintenance people would use to come in here and fix things and check on things.
Yeah, I'm gonna go in there and see what's going on.
I'm actually going to, since I have Hinata's information, I'm going to try to spoof like a sort of digital
version.
Yeah, sort of digital like
an all clear.
Yeah, like a hall pass. You know, we're doing maintenance, approved by Hinata and stuff like that. You know, that way, you know, if they say, well, we didn't get no, reports of scheduled or whatever.
So
you could,
Sci-Fi
you could point it
open.
at
I mean, you
Hinata.
should probably use that to open up this door that's right in front of you. Sci-Fi sticks his head out, and Sci-Fi can see that there is a couple of security guards coming along the corridor in this direction in a kind of hurried walk fashion.
Yeah,
I'll quickly go in then.
Yeah, well, I mean, at the very least, you could probably stand outside the door and then flash my hall pass at them, and that way, hopefully, that'll take them off our scent.
Do you want to roll to see
Alright,
how
then.
effective your hole pass is?
Uh-oh.
I mean, I don't want to, but I will.
Yeah. You don't have to use the cyber.
Yeah, just I would rather use Cyber. I want this to work. So four dice then.
Mm-hmm.
Oh fuck.
Oh Jesus.
Those are the
Well,
worst rolls ever.
So you are.
Well, I got a 3, so I got an edge.
Sci-Fi, you stick your head out, you see them coming, you immediately come back and you're like, guys, they're coming. And Boris is like, don't worry, I got it. And he's rapidly doing stuff in like Matrix hyperspace behind you. And you watch him for just like a second, and then he's clearly not done whatever it is he's trying to do. And Sci-Fi, you're acutely aware he's not going to be ready in time for these guys opening this door, so what are you going to do?
So.
Oh,
What? You just want me to say? Don't come out here. It's
something I don't know.
You just want to yell at him not to come in here.
Yeah, don't come here. It's wet. Don't come here.
It's wet.
I'm not decent.
I'm not decent.
XX, do you want to do anything?
Am I able to harm AlphaSoft employees or property?
I mean, this whole thing about not doing property is completely your idea. So I mean,
I don't know.
if you want to restrict yourself in that way, on you go.
I'll pull out my gun.
Earn your pay. Do something.
And I'm gonna pull out a silenced pistol.
When I say don't come in here, I have a knife ready just in case they come in here.
Okay.
Are silencers illegal?
So Glum, you've got blades as a cyberware, right? So you don't.
I'm not using that.
Yeah, I was gonna say you don't necessarily need to mark off a knife from your loadout if you want to just use your cyberware blade.
Yeah, I'm gonna get edge though, so.
But that's fair. Yeah, that's totally fair.
Yeah. I pay attention.
Okay, yeah. So you're gonna pull out a blade. You're gonna pull out a silenced pistol. These guys are going to like scan. You see the door pings. It slides open. These guys are wearing light body armor. It's not like heavy body armor stuff, but they have like helmets with visors. And one of them is immediately when they see you guys, the guy's going to like raise like a taser pistol towards you. Identify yourselves.
Oh wait, I was right on the I was on the side, so that means I have a headshot or head stab.
Because you're like,
Identify yourselves. AlphaSoft Security.
Wait, is Executioner saying that to us or to the?
I'm saying that to them.
Oh, okay.
Is your intention to stall them for a second so Sci-Fi can get his headshot?
Yeah, I'm just pointing my gun and saying the same thing back to them, in their voice.
Okay, Sci-Fi, if you want to go for the stab, you can roll dice.
Well, wait, I probably stop at the. I'm like, wait, what?
Okay, so you stop when they're both kind of facing each other, telling each other that the security. The guards are going like, droids. Why are you in here? Who are these people?
Bzz, system damage detected.
Told you not to come in here. See, you broke them.
I broke them.
The guy like tilts his head like he's going to talk on his comm.
I'm gonna shoot him as soon as he moves his head away.
Yep, and I stab.
Fuck.
Okay, both of you roll for attack then.
Just a D6 or just what?
I think you will just have one dice for your knife because Infiltrator's not really about stabbing people.
Yeah, 5.
I get an edge. Always fun.
Yeah, you're both going to take heat as you stab one guy in the head and then you immediately follow up by shooting the guy behind him in the face with your gun.
And I
Okay,
pull the
quick,
body.
drag them both in here.
Yep.
You can
Sure
you can hear like somebody talking on the guy's earpiece, saying, "Bravo team report in. Bravo team report in."
False. I'm gonna take his earpiece and say back in that guy's voice I just heard. False alarm.
thank
All
God.
clear.
Okay. Do you want to use any of your loadout to give you like a voice changer module?
Sure.
Okay, so you can roll one dice.
This better be good. What the fuck's sake?
Would neural help with that at all?
What's that, sorry?
Would the neural upgrade
You,
help with
you
that at
can
all?
use your cyber if you want, yeah.
Oh, thank God.
Much better.
Oh.
Yes, you begin to speak and it comes out like a squeaky little girl's voice at first until the modulator kind of like kicks in and your neural implants kind of process it and then it quickly changes to the guy's voice.
Had it actually stuck on Japanese schoolgirl.
Copy, Bravo team. Is there a... Is the oxygen level okay in there? Your voice is a little squeaky.
There was a issue with the fan for a moment. It seemed to be it was stuck as a bird tried to fly through it.
Copy that, Bravo team. Resume your patrol.
On it, copy. I'm gonna strip the guy down and wear his clothes.
I'm gonna take one of the taser stuff.
Sure.
Wait, do they have like batons or anything? What else they got?
Handcuffs, mace spray.
I'm gonna take the mace. Because you never know.
I mean, even though I failed the roll, I still want to finish making my hall pass just in case.
Yes, I mean, you get it eventually, but you just didn't
just
get it for
wasn't
the
in time.
situation, yeah.
Okay. Fair enough. Okay.
Are there any chairs here?
Not in this room.
Damn.
This
In the
is-
other room?
This is literally like the air vent hub, so there wouldn't be anything in here. Out in the corridor, you can see a number of doors leading off in different directions.
Yeah, no. I'm good.
Okay, so next step. Tia is still up in the office. This guy is
Oh,
down.
shit.
This guy
This
is
guy
down.
tripping balls.
He's got his shoes off, his socks off. He's like rubbing his toes in his carpet, and he's like, "You should try this. This really feels cool."
Just keep on trying to squeeze him as much as you can.
It's like that's really great. Did you take a line? Am I taking it all?
No, I'm good. This is cool. What is this
Yeah,
stuff on the floor?
I know, right? It's crazy. I think it's Turkish or something.
It's so soft.
Oh, dude, and he like gets down on the floor and starts rubbing his cheek against it. It's like you've got to try this. This is so soft.
Yeah, she'll get down on her knees and like pat the carpet. Yeah,
I think
it's very soft.
All right, so
Is this when you want to tase him? Because he's already on the laying down.
I was thinking I could probably just drug him because he's up. He seems to be up for anything. I could just hand him a sedative and he'd probably knock himself out.
You could probably just leave. He wouldn't even notice. He'd still just be talking to you.
Yeah. But do we need anything more out of him?
I mean, you could attempt to ask him about Project Genesis. Maybe there's some sort of password or security that isn't linked to his biometrics. I mean, whatever helps us get in and out without raising too much more of an alarm.
I figure he's just completely off his nut at this point. So I'm just gonna sort of drop pretense and just say, do you know anything about something called Project Genesis?
Genesis, that's like in the Bible, right?
Yeah, it's like at the beginning.
Oh, can you imagine? Like the beginning, the Big Bang, when there wasn't nothing? How is that even possible?
Fuck.
Uh-oh, he's too far gone.
Yeah, he's too fucking zooted. Just dose him and knock him out. Raid his computer and hope to God at the stage.
Oh, you know what? I bet you could search in your files for Genesis. I bet you could find out so much. Expand your mind, dude.
Oh, do you think? I heard the CEO was like an AI. Maybe he's in there. Maybe that's what he's doing. Maybe he's like creating a new universe, but in cyberspace. Yeah, let's look.
We definitely need to check this out.
Totally. And he like gets up and like pauses for a second as if he's kind of forgotten what it was he's going to do, and then he like remembers and goes back around to the display. Okay, so you guys in the chamber, what do you do next?
Yeah, we're still trying to make our way to the server bank, to the server room.
Are you going through the vents, or are you going to like take normal passageways?
I feel like taking the vents is probably still better.
Yeah, true. Let's take the vents. I don't want to meet nobody.
Okay, this sounds like where the infiltrator kind of shines, like navigating vents and
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, I have the basic layout, but you could probably spot like traps and security, like physical security and shit like that.
All right, on it.
Alright, Glenn, give me an infiltrator roll. And you can pull something in your loadout that would help you like map or find traps or something like that.
Yeah, I don't have that. But what? Roll 2? What do we want?
Always one for your infiltrator, and then more for your cyberware or loadout.
That's 2. Okay.
Yeah, you won't take edge for that one.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you just go through the vents. You manage to find one that's big enough for you to kind of like crawl through. That's going down, and it's quite a long route downwards to try and keep one that's like the size that will fit you all. And the few times you have to really keep quiet as you're going like through rooms where you can hear people talking. You don't want to make rustle in the vents and make noise. And you start to hear like the whine of really high speed fans ahead as you get to this point in the vents, and you can feel the heat really kind of get pumped through the vents here. But there's also like a motion detector screen that you pick up in front of these vents. Or these fans, rather.
Have anything that could bypass it, or maybe Mole can splice a way through?
Yeah, Mo's gonna have to do it.
I mean, I could also hack it, but I'm trying to save up for like.
No, you keep doing what you're doing. I'll let Mo handle this one. If they want.
Okay, I can hack it.
The motion sensor or the fan or what?
Probably the motion sensor.
So, okay, so you're going to get up to this thing and carefully try to get around the edges of it to get into its circuitry.
Oh, maybe I should do the fan. Might be.
Well, then you would trigger the
Makes
motion sensor.
Oh, okay. Oh, well, it'll have to be the motion sensor one.
Okay, so what do you want to use for this? Like, tell me how you're doing it.
Noodle. Using my blades. Probably use
Well, you only use one cyberware, so if you're using the noodle...
Oh, right,
use the
okay,
noodle.
so probably noodle then.
You got something in your loadout that'll help you?
Do you know what I might do? I might get another what's called, and it might get another drone to just like laser it out.
Okay, another micro drone. You don't want to pull like a micro tool just to help you get into the circuitry or something? You'd rather use the drone?
Yeah, I'll just use the micro drone.
Okay, so single use function. I mean, a small drone that does one thing is basically a tool that's one slot anyway. So that's... How many dice you got for Neuro? 1?
Yeah.
Okay, so 3 dice.
Please God.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
So no edge, and that's a full success. Yeah, I mean this is child's play to you, just popping open a circuit, rewiring it a little bit, shorten a couple of the chips in it, without triggering any kind of alarm, and the red light indicating the motion sensor just goes black.
Sweet. Now, could you do it again for the fan? Or, I mean, I could do something still.
I think you're gonna have to, because I'm like nearly at the end of my loadout.
Wait, what if the motion sensor was just to turn the fan off if something tried to pass through it?
I highly doubt it.
Yeah.
Anyways, I don't want to turn off the fan. I definitely, but putting it on like a timer, like just enough to get the 4 of us through. Like, because the fan is important because it'll keep the server room, hopefully survivable temperatures. Because right now it's pretty hot at the moment. Plus, if it's off, it might trigger more alarms and temperature warnings and shit like that. So.
Okay, so what's the plan?
I'll try to hack it and see if I can temporarily, like, as stealthily as possible, gain control over this one fan, just to turn it off for a brief amount of time.
No one's just gonna pull that crowbar out of the loadout and jam it in the fan.
Could I just grab the fan and stop it?
Could try.
I mean, sure, let's go ahead, try that.
They're just arguing about how to do it. I just stick my hand and stop it.
Sure.
I can get another one.
Which cyberware are you using for that?
Titanium bones.
Have you got 3 in titanium bones?
I've got 2.
Okay, so your 4 will apply. Yeah, take 1 harm as it like cuts into the fleshy part of your arms. It scratches, making an indent into your titanium bones, but you're solid enough that there's a horrible screeching sound as metal against metal, and then it comes to a stop.
Problem solved.
Okay, let's slip on through and hopefully pull your arm out so that way it doesn't set up any more alarms.
Yes, the server room is a nice cool temperature. You can hear the sound of fascists whirring away in the background all around you. It seems to be a large circular room with just hundreds and hundreds of server nodules either side of the passageway, and all kinds of like control boards and stuff flashing and ticking along. There's a couple of drones that are just like going back and forth. And they're just like stopping and checking nodules and making like minor repairs and adjustments as they go.
Okay, well, I'm gonna try to find a terminal and hopefully use my hall pass to gain entry. or at the very least, tell the whatever security drones might be here that I'm, we're all cleared to go.
Yeah, your pass will get you access into the terminal login screen, basically.
Awesome.
As far
And
as
then
that part anyway, and that gives you from there you can see like the status of all the different servers, the core temperatures and weight, air distribution, all that kind of thing.
All right, I'll plug myself in and just like all right, I'll do my thing. Be ready to unplug me if things start to get hairy,
Alright.
and then I'll full on deep dive into cyberspace.
You plug yourself in, your body goes limp, just flops onto the floor. Immediately that kind of rush sensation as you're projected into this matrix display of green and black all around you. And you can just see stacks and stacks and stacks, these little towers all around you, and they're all like glowing, and data is just like flowing over them constantly, all just ones and zeros. Very densely packed data stores just all here, just as far as the eye can see for miles and miles around. And above you, you can see just these little disc-shaped security programs going back and forth, just surveying and making sure everything's as it should be.
Just imagining my avatar is like kind of holding up this shield that's literally just the file of my hall pass, and just like, all right, let's see how far I can get to where I need to go.
Imagine your thing's less like a shield, more like a little umbrella.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's even better. Yeah.
Is your avatar just a giant floating Unchaka with a gas mask?
Absolutely. Just floating Adidas tracksuit.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, give me a roll to find what you're looking for.
5 dice or
Yeah. Ooh, crits. Yes, your pass gets you to where you're in sort of like visual range of where the thing is, and you can see that there is a nodule, and it's in amongst a whole bunch of other nodules that are highlighted in red, and you can see that it says like Genesis like scrolling by on the side of it. But this is like a highly encrypted secure nodule. Somebody definitely doesn't want people probing and looking into this one.
my hall pass doesn't get me any closer to it. It's just this is the end.
Yeah, you can get to where you're inside of it, but you can't like get into it with your hall pass.
All right. Well, I'll just sort of let go of my umbrella, and it just sort of floats there in cyberspace, and then I crack my knuckles, and I reach out for the firewall, and hopefully I can open up a door for me.
Yeah, your fingers just start getting to work Are you trying to like crack into it stealthily, or are you just putting your way in?
Definitely trying stealth first. I mean, like maybe trying to use some sort of like cyber maintenance backdoor, but I definitely don't want whoever might be monitoring the firewall to notice either. So I'm trying not to brute force it, because that's just going to be noisy.
Are you wanting to use your custom program yet for anything?
Oh, you know what? Yeah, I completely forgot. Yeah, I'll use a custom program. That's sort of like it doesn't necessarily break the firewall. It just sort of reroutes it. So it's just sort of like, one moment the firewall is in front of me blocking me, and then another moment it just sort of like blinks and suddenly it's behind me. Like it just sort of like cuts off a completely different line of code instead.
Okay, so it's an aid to like sneaking in basically and bypass the firewall.
Yeah.
Okay, when you roll 6 dice for that then.
Oh shit, okay. Oh, watch, I'm gonna get so much edge.
You did take edge for that last one, just so you remember.
Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
You
And I
won't
think
ta-
I'm taking edge now.
You won't take edge for this one.
Oh, I won't. Okay.
Because 2 are deep diving and then the other one's the program. The last 3 are your
Okay.
things.
Sweet. Okay.
Yes, so that gets you go in through like one layer, and then as soon as you're in, you're like, oh Jesus, this is quite thick. There's a whole bunch of like encryption layers on this thing. Somebody really doesn't want someone getting into this. And your program is going to aid you and help you get through these, but it's going to take a little bit of time. And you're ever aware of these like scanner drones that are like approaching as you're furiously like typing away. They're trying to keep quiet.
Yeah. I'm just sort of watching the ice programs and black ice.
You guys that are in the server room where his body has gone limp. These 2 drones that are going back and forth between, or around in circles, I should say, checking the aisles. One of them is like fast approaching you from behind, and it's like checking data stocks one at a time. But it is like getting closer to where you guys are and where this limp body of your hacker is lying. So what would you like to do?
Is there anything around we can use to hide his body?
Yeah.
Nope, the room is kind of like how the picture indicates. It's just like a big circular pathway.
I'm still wearing the guard's uniform, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna approach the drone.
Okay.
And I would have given everybody passes.
Alright, give me one of them passes.
I'm gonna approach the drone and say, I've got reports of strange activity in the area. Has anything occurred here? Report.
The drone seems completely oblivious to your presence, as it's just kind of like doing its job, checking the stack, and then it moves along to the next stack. It's in such a repeated process.
I'll try again, but I'll repeat everything in the static edit.
Binary, yeah.
Yeah.
I can't move his body away from the place, can I?
Not if he's going to stay connected. I mean, you can kind of like roll him against the wall, but that's as good as you can do. Alex, why don't you roll 1 dice for him? Yes, your static binary seems to get its attention, and without stopping the task it's doing, without its arms or body turning, the head turns 90 degrees to face you, and it raises up to get level with your eyes. And you can see it's kind of like slotting the optical lens a couple of times over, and then it starts to like scan you.
It's a hard choice. Do I let it scan me, or do I just...
Up in the office, Tia, you guys have like got into this AR display, and once he's kind of like logged in and got you kind of the access level you wanted on it, he's gotten distracted with something else, and he's gone back to like playing around with something that's on his desk. Probably those little pendulum ball things.
Yeah, that you bounce. Yeah, the end ones bounce. Yeah.
Yeah, or he's up at the glass window like making steam pictures and stuff like that.
It's like he's making a foot. He's blowing on the glass and making a foot with his fist. Yeah.
Yeah, and you guys log in, and you can see like his personal sort of desktop is all just like pornography.
God, of course it is.
Pornography in video games. That's all this guy seems to do all day, every day.
Is this when everyone in the building gets a report that there's a suspected mass murderer inside?
Oh, Jesus.
Really, there's like nothing.
Well, on his personal one, that's what it's like. If you're going to look to the sort of mainstream one, you can see that security has flagged an anomaly in the server room.
Not a hacker, but as I'm already, I assume, like logged in with his credentials, can I maybe disable that alert?
You can
Maybe pretend that you're pretend that you're him and just be like, "Oh yeah, no, that's fine."
Sorry, I fucked up.
Yeah, you can make
was
a call
me.
to the security desk to try and say that it's something that you're aware of. So what do you want? What do you want to say to them?
Well, obviously they're not going to believe I'm him, but maybe I can just call them and tell them that he sort of spilled a drink on the console, and I feel like maybe they'd believe it because he's so dumb. He's probably done stupid shit before.
Okay, sure.
I mean, if his computer's like full of porn, maybe he's had a habit of
Yeah, he's downloading
the wrong
something
thing.
dodgy.
Okay, so you'll have your dice. You can have an extra dice because you've got the login and stuff. You're not going to be able to use your pheromones, obviously. So, but I don't know if you have another cyber that would apply.
I don't. All I have is ears, like super ears.
Right. Okay. So 2 dice. Yeah, you can take a heat because you know for your own, it's putting yourself in sort of like suspicion's way. But they're like, oh right, okay, that guy, yeah, sure. We'll send someone from cyber security to go up and check his console and reformat it again.
Again.
And they're also going to send you a link, which is like the employee guidelines on how to and how not to open strange files from unsolicited contacts.
The guidebook. The employee handbook.
Now, quick, download something fishy.
And probably like a pamphlet, an electronic pamphlet for like Porn Addicts Anonymous or something.
Yeah. I don't have to download anything fishy. He's got a desktop full of it.
This is why he doesn't have a secretary. He has a babysitter.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this drone is scanning you back in the server room. XX, what do you do?
Do you want me to intervene and I'll do the whole thing again?
You can just intervene, you don't need to ask him.
If you want to, I was just going to let it scan me to see what happens.
I'll just intervene.
Okay, so you see the drone interacting with your own robot. What do you want to do, Colin?
I'm just going to be like, everything is fine.
But what'd you actually do?
Oh wait, we do have the ID passes, don't we?
And as in configured it.
Multipass.
Okay, so you want to get on...
As in the drone configures it.
Yeah, you want to get on that drone and hack that drone like you did the other ones. So 2 dice if you're not using a cyber. But you're going to mark off another loadout if you're using this. Okay, yeah, you're able to send your little drone over. It crawls into the circuit boards and like temporarily kind of...
Oh, medium's 5, isn't it? Because I've only got with this one that adds for it, so I've got one more, so that's fine. That's okay.
Yeah, you temporarily like kind of reroute the drone. It's still going to continue on its duty as if nothing's wrong. It's just not going to be aware that you guys are there or that it's made contact with you. But you know when you do that it's only a limited amount of time before somebody notices that something is up.
Yeah, not a lot of time, guys.
So Boris, you're going through these different sort of shells to get through to the center, and you get to the core of the module where you can see and it's just like a library rack of discs, and each disc is like, you know, a digital file.
Okay, so I think I'm going to probably deploy some of my loadout to help me out with this, but I think I'm going to try to do probably a classic hacker move, and rather than just focusing on Project Genesis, although I really want to prioritize that, I think I'm going to scatter a bunch of programs around and essentially, you know, quote unquote attack multiple different
Yeah.
of these like programs, like the discs in the library.
Mm-hmm.
That way, hopefully, the black ice will be more interested in, will be scattered and divided, and whoever's monitoring will be distracted by the wrong thing.
So decoy programs you're talking about then?
Yeah, yes, exactly. Sorry, yeah. A bunch of decoys all around, and then I will stealthily try to extract Genesis.
Hey, don't need to roll for the decoys, you just deploy them out your loadout, however many you want to deploy. And then just roll for your hack.
Sorry, just double checking.
Which will be
how
5
many-
because the decoys won't help with the actual hack. They'll be more for if something comes to investigate.
Fair enough. I will deploy. I'll do 3 decoys, so that'll be 3 slots. And then, you said, 5
5
dice?
for your hack, yeah.
Okay.
Unless you've got another loadout program you want to use.
I do have 3 more, but I'm just kind of saving it for now.
Okay, so you're not going to take edge. You're definitely going to take heat.
Shit. Up to 4.
What happens when your heat's at max? Do you just get arrested?
So I
yeah.
get to just do something to you.
Yeah, bad shit happens.
That's
The
when you
police show up.
Yeah, that's when you get shot. Not shot, get caught or shot.
That's when the police show up with, like, military spec weapons and armor.
Oh, it's just 5 stars.
Basically.
Yeah, you just scatter these other things around and you manage to like slip your way in right through the rack, snake your hand as it extends through the rack up to the disk that is labeled like Genesis core program, and able to like extract the file. So you've now
Man, of
you have
course.
it in your possession.
Okay, yeah, and then the job also said to essentially scrub its existence from this thing. So if I could, I'd like to attempt to do that.
Okay, so give me another hack roll. That's just destroying the module.
Yeah. Another 5.
Yes. Okay, yeah, I'm going to
Just
say
barely
you're basically pouring gasoline over the nodule and setting it on fire. That's the essence of what you're doing. As you kind of like step out from the shield after doing this, one of these security drones is just like right over your location, and it's like flashing red and green. But your different decoys are there like running around in circles as it's doing so. So do you want to roll me 3 dice?
Yes.
Yes, this black cube just descends from the sky, a like flash of light, and instantly there's like 2 bright flashes of blue light, and 2 of your decoys are just vaporized in place.
Oh dear.
Your 3rd decoy takes off its speed, and the black ice zooms after it. But as it goes, the Watcher program like turns its focus onto you.
Oh boy. So the black ice is chasing my decoys, but fucking Vadum probably sees me.
The sky
yeah,
just kind of like opens up as if someone's opening their eye, and this huge yellow orb of an eye just kind of like slowly shifts around to focus at you. So what do I do?
Yeah, I'd like to do. Oh god. Probably use another loadout to I don't know, cover myself in like a stealth program.
Yes, that would work.
Like just hopefully it has the same sort of effect as like, putting on the
At the
ring is
skies
just-
or a cloak or something like that.
Yeah, just as long as the Watcher doesn't see me anymore.
Okay, do you want to roll 2 dice then?
Oh god. Okay.
I forgot all the thing we're doing this as well. You get extra dice because you're deep diving, but because you're in a high corp one, you should have been 1 dice down every time as well. But it wouldn't have mattered because all your results were like the second dice.
Yeah, fair enough, fair enough. Okay, so just the 2 dice? I don't like barely skirt by.
Yeah, you throw the cloak over, and you're immediately like disguised, hidden in amongst all the other data that's flowing around. But they know you're in here, they just don't know exactly where. You guys are there in the server room. All the green that was illuminated in AR displays around you, covering everything, turns to like red.
Oh crap!
And both of the drones that were slowly moving around and fixing things, they both stop, turn 90 degrees to face, towards the direction where you guys would be, and then they detach themselves from the rail they were on and like rise up to be like full humanoid height. So what do you guys in the server room want to do?
Do they appear hostile?
Yes, definitely.
Well, time to use this sword. We're just gonna call it the edge sword since, you know.
I've got one more drone that I can use because I didn't realise it was 5 for medium, so...
I mean,
Yeah.
you could also just kind of use your cyberware and just try to hack the drone with your mind.
Okay, can I do that?
You can certainly do that. So that would be... How many marks you got in control, Rick?
1.
So that's 2 dice you would get for that.
I'm just looking at someone did a 4 and 5, so I'm just kind of like, yeah.
It doesn't mean anything what someone else rolled. It's different every time.
Yeah,
Could I do that with a... Could I do that with a drone instead?
I mean, you could do it with the drone instead. You could also combine all 3 of them so you've got 3 dice.
Yeah. Okay.
Combining. Still not good. You didn't take edge at least. Yes. You turn to the drone, you focus your mind, you launch a little drone to try and do like a kind of 2-pronged assault to try and take control of this thing and hack it. The thing has like an electromagnetic field. When your little tiny drone flies, it's just like a bug zapper. When a fly goes into it and it just zzz, there's a spark of electricity and your drone is just like vaporized. Well, not vaporized, but short-circuited and clinks to the floor. And as soon as you try to like force mind into it, immediately there's like a defense protocol which zings you across the Wi-Fi. It gives you like a shot of pain, so you're going to take 1 harm. And then Sci-Fi and XX, what do you guys want to do? You're pulling your sword out, Sci-Fi?
Yeah. This nano sword.
Okay, and what's your plan with the nano sword?
Well, when they get close enough, I'm gonna stab them.
Okay, so you'll have 1 dice for your sword.
I have 2 in blade.
Well, that would be your blade. That's not your sword blade. Oh, you want to use that in conjunction with your blade's implant.
Yeah.
What are your
Yeah.
blade's implant? Are they like Wolverine claws or nail claws or what?
Hmm?
Your blade's implant, what is it? Is it like a big blade that comes with your forearm or what?
Yeah, yeah, I'm Baraka in it, yeah.
Baraka, okay. Yeah, so you got that in one arm and then your katana in the other arm and your scissor movement.
Yeah.
Okay, so 1 dice plus whatever dice you've got for your cyberware.
So I have 2 in blade, so that's 3.
3 in total, yeah.
Oh man, I almost had the beast.
So no edge, but yes, you leap forward, driving your sword into the thing, skewing it kind of up through what the armpit would be, slicing the arm off, and the arm drops to the floor, and it lets out like a laser beam shot, which shoots one of the servers. What about you, XX? What do you want to do?
I guess I'll just approach one of the... So he cut one of them in half?
He cut his arm off, yeah, disabled the weapon on it.
All right, then I'll just go to the other one and just try to rip its head off or something, or rip it apart.
Damn.
Okay, so you've got 1 dice for being combat, and then whatever your cyberware is.
Yeah, I'll just use bones.
Yeah, you just casually stroll over to the other drone and just rip its head off, and then pull its arms out from the sockets, and kick it over with your foot. Just
Are you done over there yet?
Gonna keep that.
I only roll good dice when I'm killing someone.
I mean,
I've noticed that.
That's when you want to.
It's almost as if you're built for that sort of thing.
Yeah,
I know.
Yeah.
Shocking, right?
eerily enough. Okay, Boris, so you're there, you're hidden, but they know you're there. What's your next move? You need to get back to where you came in, basically, unless you want to just dump shock out.
I mean, I don't want to get too greedy, but is there any way that I might be able to quickly grab another file and then just
so you're in a
just
field of all the encrypted ones at the moment, so you can just grab the next encrypted one, try to push your way in. So you had 6 dice for it, so you would have 5 dice.
Okay, sweet, yeah. And then if this works, I will try to just book it out of here. Oh, good.
So that is edge. And you'll take heat. But Jess, you just brute force your way into the nearest nodule. And there, again, it's just a stack of disk files.
Right, that's the end of my gambling. I need to get the fuck out.
So you just snatch a handful and go.
Yeah, 100%. Just grab it, reach it in, grab it. I don't care what I grabbed. I'm just getting out now.
At the same time,
I'm
you
at 4 edge.
get a message that the black eggs has evaporated your other decoy.
Yeah, nope. Definitely time to go. Must go faster. Must go faster.
So you can either have a roll to run out and escape, or you can just pull yourself out immediately and take a harm.
I haven't taken any harm yet, so I don't want to risk any more edge or heat, because I am dangerously close to filling up both of those. So yeah, I'll take the dump shock.
Okay, yeah, you just push yourself out, physically reach around and yank the thing out of the back of your skull. You can take 1 harm just from the sting to your nervous system, as it's suddenly jolted, disconnected without time to acclimatise to the physical realm again. And as you just kind of come to, XX is standing there with the bits of a drone in his hands. And you'll go over to the side and you can see Sci-Fi with his blade in his arm and his katana sword out against this other robot.
Well, it was close. We almost had to take you out on our end.
Yeah, we gotta go. We gotta get out. We gotta go.
Alright, I'm gonna pick him up and just throw him over my shoulder.
Yeah, you know what? I'll accept it.
Tia, up where you are, the lights in the office kind of dim and the music stops, and the console you were interacting with is just kind of the connection is severed from the rest of the network. Hanato is just kind of what happened to the music?
I don't know. It's so weird. Everything just kind of stopped. I think I gotta go.
Already? Oh, yeah. Let's go then. Yeah, let's find a party.
I'm just gonna step out to the little girl's room.
Oh, yeah, sure. I better find my socks.
Not worried about any of the other clothing he's not wearing.
Yeah.
No.
Don't forget to check out this carpet again. This is amazing.
I know, right?
If you put on your socks, you won't be able to feel it with your feet.
Yeah, yeah, but if we're going, I really need to find them.
Well, okay, while you find your socks, I'm just gonna nip out. I'll be right back.
You step out in the corridor and you can see the person who was in the other office is in the midst of like a comms call.
Right, gotta go.
Yeah, you walk along the corridor
my-
to the elevator opens and you're like hitting the button very rapidly as for the doors to close. What about the rest of you guys? Where's your...
Yeah, we're gonna stay and chill. We're gonna leave, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So
yes,
you're-
we need to
Thank
go.
you.
You scouted your planned exit routes. Sci-Fi, which one did you pick as the optimal escape route?
We're gonna take a car, aren't we?
So it's the basement garage, and you're gonna get to your getaway vehicle there. I'm assuming somebody has loadout left to actually produce a vehicle, yes?
I only have 2 loadouts, so
Okay, so
I
we
got
find out when you
4.
get there.
Yeah, we'll have to get there
You have the
first.
boom gift, don't you?
Yeah, would I still need to do a flashback to see how I got my present?
For a bomb?
Yeah.
Yeah, we probably have to do one to see how you got how effective it was. They did
Should
get
I-
flagged.
Should I leave the bomb here?
Yes.
Alright. How do you want to do the flashback then, Dark?
I'm going to say if you want a 5 seats in a vehicle, it's 5 slots.
I only have 4.
I hope someone can run.
Hmm?
Or if you have individually enough between you, you could take different vehicles.
I have no 0 left.
I still have a loadout.
Oh wait, no, I have 3. I took medium, not heavy.
Actually, I took heavy as well.
Everybody took medium except for Boris.
no, actually, Sci-Fi, he did say he took heavy.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Alright, okay. Yeah, if you want to do your bomb. So where did you get your bomb from? Or who did you get it from?
What's the most horrendous gang in town?
I told you we should have started making gangs.
Gangs aren't going to be the ones with the bombs, though. The ones with the bombs are going to be the activists, the politicals, the terrorists, aren't they?
Yeah.
I would have just gone back to the nuclear plant.
Oh yeah.
Jesus.
The anarchists.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, yeah, the anarchists. So you went back to the anarchists at the nuclear plant to say, hey guys, I know I shot you and everything, but
I need a bomb.
I need a bomb, yeah. Okay, I mean, yeah, this is highly unlikely.
Oh,
Thought he
give
was
me
gonna grab a nuke.
just give me a bomb or I'll shoot you again. I'll use it for good.
Bruh.
I pinky swear.
So you can roll 1 dice plus whatever cyber you're using.
I guess just neural.
No fucking shot.
Well, I mean, you're going back there, you've killed like half of them. The other person got shot in the back and she's kind of agreed to work with you. And then you're going back, gun drawn, like, hey guys, give me another bit of your nuclear material.
No, I just want a regular bomb this time. Something flashy. Send a message.
Yeah, you will take 2 heat.
Oh, then my heat's full.
Yeah.
Oh
so-
no.
Well, I mean, you're going to set up a bomb, that makes sense.
Yep. We went from criminals to fucking terrorists. All right.
We are activists.
But you have your nuclear bomb.
I mean, if that's the only kind they have, I guess I'll take it.
Well, it will be a nuclear
You
bomb.
have a
that's where you
nuke?
went.
Oh shit.
It's like a dirty bomb, so it's a very
A
small...
little one.
Yeah, just a small one, like a city block or something.
Oh, that's
It's
fine.
a mini nuke. As a treat.
Exactly.
Yes, leave it in the server room.
So-
We need a distraction.
Yeah, so what are you doing with this bomb that you have it?
I'm just gonna put it under the console that Boris was just plugged into.
Okay, and then set the timer.
Yeah, set it to go off either when it's unplugged from the console, or tampered with, or just moved.
Okay, so Sci-Fi scouted out and picked how you're getting out again. So he's going to be the one leading you out. So Sci-Fi, do you want to give me a roll? You've got 1 dice plus whatever cyberware or loadout you're using.
Oh, thank goodness.
Uh,
I mean, it's
5.
better than a
Yes,
4.
you just make your way out of the basement of the server room. Are you picking up Tia on your way there? Or Tia, are you making your own exit?
I've still got a loadout, so I'll just get my own vehicle.
Right, okay.
Yeah, probably for the best.
Are you going...
Oh, wait. That means I can get on, don't I?
Tia, are you going to go down to like the ground floor and then have a vehicle to drive away in? Or are you just going to like open up a window and pull out a glider or something like that?
Oh, I'm definitely going out on a glider. Some kind of a, like, maybe like some kind of a cheap drone or something.
Yeah. It'll be like a propeller, a glider with like a little motor on it or something. Yeah,
That's awesome.
So you go to one of the offices that has like a balcony. You're just gonna like shake out the thing and it will unfold, and then you just like press a little button on it and the motor starts. It's a 1-person vehicle, so it's only one loadout. And then you
I
leap
just
off.
asked to...
The rest of you,
Go
you
ahead.
make your way through the basement and the lower levels and such. You get to the underground garage, where who has the vehicle to fit 4 of you in? Do we have 4 loadout between you all?
I can have a vehicle for 2 people, so I'll just
Yeah. If
Okay,
if
you
we
two go.
can-
You two go then, because I have an
I'll just,
idea.
Well, if we can combine loadout, yeah, I've got 2 loadout slots left as well. I can contribute to that.
So yeah, you guys have 2 low. I got this. I just need to ask Dark if I could do it.
Sure, what is it?
So,
So before you
Do
say
you-
it, the one thing is, you just get to the garage, your vehicle's sitting there waiting, but there is a security guard who seems to have tagged this vehicle and is like waiting.
How are we gonna do this?
hello, officer.
Carefully.
What seems to be the problem?
No, I'm being serious. Unless you were being serious.
I mean, if everything goes wrong, I can just shoot him.
That's his philosophy in a nutshell. If anything goes wrong, I can shoot him.
True.
It's not a bad philosophy. I mean, I don't know
How fast do we want to
useful
deal
I
with
can be.
this? How
Oh,
fast
that's
do
a
we
good
want to deal with
point.
this?
I'm just gonna pull out my gun and shoot him.
Okay.
We the job's done. We need to GTFO now.
We need to go before
Okay.
that bomb goes off.
Roll
Okay,
your,
so
roll your dice XX for shooting him.
so is this car for 4?
Yes, if
Or
it's
is
4
this
of you.
car? Yeah.
They combined the loadout, so they've got enough. Yes, thankfully
Aw,
that's
I had
6, so you can shoot him through the head. This armor's very weak, it's not matched for the military grade laser gun that you have, which penetrates it and just like kills him and puts him down in one shot.
Oh, sorry. Did you want to kill him, Sci-Fi?
no, I wanted to.
Yeah, what's your thing you want to do?
Oh, it's too late now because this is like a 4 vehicle. I mean, I was gonna bring out his
I think
scooter.
we're good. Let's just go.
Right, nobody interrupt Clem this time. Clem, tell me what you want to do.
I was gonna bring out his scooter. Yeah, Sci-Fi had a very fast scooter.
Okay, so they're jumping in this vehicle, probably like a family car or something like that. And then you just pull out like a little handle, which you shake once and it unfolds into a little scooter.
Just a giant rocket on the back.
Yup.
So since there's a bomb about to go off, why don't we have whoever's driving each of the vehicles roll a dice to see how well he's get away.
Alright, I've
Why?
got
Me too.
reflexes. I can do it.
Yeah, me too.
You can apply cyberware if it applies like reflexes. Otherwise you get 1 dice. And that goes for Tia as well.
Will I get 1 for the loadout for the car?
Sure. Okay, so you'll get.
Oh crap!
Well, I said you get
Oh,
2 dice
shit.
because you've got 1 dice plus you've got 1 dice. No, sorry, the 1 dice is for your vehicle.
Oh, you're right. So just take off the 2 at the end.
Well, you-
Awesome. I think.
Right, hang on, yeah. So sci-fi, you get away. Your scooter is like super mobile and fast, and just rockets and just, and you're gone. Tia, you're definitely going to be caught in like the explosion because you're mid-air, like just slowly, casually gliding away. You're like, yes, that was an easy job. And you can see like the green grass, the patch of the park across the way that you're going to land in, and you're going like, I might even just sit on the bench for a little while after I land because nobody even knows I was here.
Yeah, surely there's no nuclear explosion about to happen.
And XX, right? So you had what? Your cyber as well,
Yeah, I've got reflexes.
which is at what 2?
Yeah.
Okay, so you got 5, so that's not bad.
How much was that loadout for my scooter? That was like what?
Just 1 if it's just for yourself.
Yeah, me.
Yeah, XX, you're going to like take off as quickly as you can, not as fast as the super jet scooter.
I feel like I forgot something. I just forgot to tell.
You guys
Yeah,
just get out of the
bomb.
ramp from the basement as it like starts to explode basically, and the force of it kind of like just like lifts the back of the car and pushes you forward. You're all going to take 1 harm
Fuck.
in the car.
Oh,
Tia, you're going
in
to
the car. Oh.
Tia,
Yeah,
you're going to
Glim,
sorry, Tia, you're going to take 3 harm.
Oh
Mm.
It's a nuclear blast.
yeah, crash.
yeah, no, to be fair, that's fucking generous. Realistically,
okay,
you probably
you're-
should have been vaporized.
Well, no, she's immune though. She's immune to radiation.
Look, she's up in the air, and it's just it's
Oh,
the
that's
blast that's getting her. First of all, the radiation comes
Yeah,
later.
I'm probably like
yeah,
like
fair
it's
enough, fair
knocked
enough.
me into like a building and
Yeah, you're like spiraling,
that's fair.
spiraling around and crash into the tree or something in the park. or whatever.
antennas and all sorts of shit. Yeah.
Yeah, sci-fi on his fucking scooter, completely unscathed.
A massive,
Yup.
well, it is a massive nuclear explosion goes off. The building just crumbles outwards and inwards. This big mushroom cloud comes up and all this debris and rubble and dust and probably asbestos and shit. Just everywhere.
I've had
Alpha
dates
Soft
that
is-
ended worse.
AlphaSoft is not liable for any damages to people and property.
Obviously, Hinata dies because he's in the office building when it goes.
What?
And all the other people we
No.
killed.
Oh yeah, and that was the data center too, so shit. Oh, good news though. The extra program I got probably just went up hugely in value.
I wonder what that program was.
If we-
Was it the one with the secret data about androids replacing people?
I don't want to
Probably
go on too much longer, but you're going to meet up in the wasteland afterwards, looking worse for wear. Your vehicle kind of like, dragging along the hubcap at the back with all the sparks coming off of it. Apart from Sci-Fi, whose little scooter is just...
fucking maglev scooter.
Yeah, she just get to the little shanty town. The big hulking brute mutant guys are standing there, and you get the impression that things could go either way here when you meet them. They inform you that Thomas isn't here; he's away on business just now. But if you have what he wants, you can leave the copy with him.
Yeah, I'll.
Hold on.
Oh yeah, no, we definitely need payment first.
No, not that. We need a huddle.
Okay.
Now I have 4 more loadout. I can give him a gift if you want, Ty.
Uh,
And when I asked you that question, if you don't like him that much, I can give him a gift if you want.
well, I mean, these guys might want a gift, but then it's going to be hard to get paid because, that's not going to look very good.
Yeah, if we start getting a
Can we make
reputation of doing a job and then killing the people that hire us, it's kind of
yeah, that's bad for business.
Okay.
Can we make a copy though? Can we keep a copy of the data that we got?
Oh,
Yeah.
for sure. I'm definitely not giving the only copy.
Yeah, you can
of-
use a loadout and have an extra copy, definitely.
How much?
Oh well.
For
Well, if I
Just one loadout.
Okay,
if I
boom, gotcha.
used. Oh, he's using a loadout.
Yeah, you can use it if you want.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. That's.
I just
good.
okay there.
And
I
then
give
just
it back to him.
put a password on it until he sends us the money.
Kind of password you want?
There we
Ooh,
go.
That's such a good idea. Yes.
Yeah, I
What's
mean,
the
once you've
password?
given to the guys and they've kind of like scanned it and stuff like that, they'll pay you the 3 creds each that you deserve.
Sweet, and it'll, of course, unlock. Yeah, open up the password so he can read it. I guess I don't know.
Yeah, you can see Genesis is pretty much as described. It's a whole bunch of surveys that have been taken over the last 20 years of the wasteland, of the populace, of the reasons for mutation, studies and research into what's causing it and how it affects people and lifespans and that kind of stuff, how the toxins and pollutions are affecting their lifestyles and their lifespans. And the conclusions it largely reaches is that the wasteland is slowly improving, and with the right amount of investment, it could feasibly be returned to a state where people could live and work there, with modern technology applied, relatively unharmed.
Sweet.
It would only require a minimal amount of standards to be applied through legislation to businesses and corporations who are currently dumping their waste into the wasteland. So it would only cost them a very small cost outlay in order to do that, and this whole area could be rejuvenated over a period of 50 years. But this file has been marked, private. It's never to be made public.
So you know what you got to do, right? Let everyone see it.
There is a report inside of it that says that, if this were to be made public, this could the potential financial costs and legal implications for the corporations who had been dumping here would be enormous.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's gone public.
That's
Well, okay.
definitely getting used for activist causes.
What is our name as activists? I mean, what do we call ourselves? The Ronins? I mean,
We're not terrorists.
Well, you're all different activists for different things, though.
Yeah.
Oh.
We're just runners.
Yeah, I'm part of the robot uprising movement.
Robot.
I mean, to be fair, that's less outlandish than we're short people and we don't like tall people.
Yeah, I'm part of RUB.
Rob.
Yeah, robot uprising movement.
But you can decide what to do with this information next
nice.
time, and at start next one we'll resolve all the healing and stuff like that.
Well,
Yeah,
what happens because my heat's full? Do I go to jail now?
Yeah.
Oh shit, I forgot your heat was full when that happened.
Yeah,
For fuck's sakes.
Don't worry, I'll just do that at the start of next one.
Yeah,
Alright.
there you go. I need to go anyway, so this was perfectly timed. That was fun.
Yeah.
Laura's running a game tomorrow if anyone wants to play.
Oh yeah,
I'll
for
be
sure,
there.
for sure. I
I've
definitely
been
want to see
guilted
that.
into it for sure. Definitely bullied, just completely annoyed. Just constant messages.
That's the only way you get players to play anything though.
I would, but I got work
fair.
tomorrow.
Just a barrage of messages. It is insane. Just,
I might,
one.
depending on how long it goes tomorrow, I might have to skip out a little early then too. But yeah, I'll be there. At least for most of it.
It will
But
be
yeah,
super scary. So
I hope so. I can't wait. I can't wait to see what you think is scary.
I was thinking that too.
I live with John, so yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, that's
for
pretty
sure.
fucking
So-
scary.
That's why I can't wait to hear you be you creep yourself out or something.
Well,
Here's my
I've been
son.
looking over my sort of script, and yeah, I kind of freaked myself out a wee bit.
Fuck yeah! I can't wait.
That's
I'm
good.
excited. All right, I'll see some of you tomorrow.
Have a good one.
See you later, guys.
Thanks.
Toodaloo.
Bye.